Pioneers and the West Coast League are proud of the reputation of the league and would like to ensure that the ballpark holds safe and enjoyable events for all of our visitors. Please help us in making this possible. We also ask that you join us in promoting good sportsmanship on and off the playing field. And we thank you for your cooperation. I'm your host for the evening, Luke Gilmore. First pitch tonight is scheduled for 6:35 p.m. We will have starting lineups announced here in just a few minutes. Now, sit back, relax, and have some fun at the ball game. Let's go Black Bears! It's time to meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Springfield Drifters, as announced by head coach Tommy Richards. Leading off the shortstop number 2, Jalen Ray. Batting second, the second baseman number 16, Trevor Antonsen. Batting third, right fielder number 27, Dave Frazier. Batting fourth, the left fielder number 36, Jordan Justice. Batting fifth, the first baseman number 35, Cade Christ. Batting sixth, the third baseman number 37, Dominic Hellman. Batting seventh, the center fielder number 30, Taylor Holder. Batting eighth, the designated hitter number 21, Matt Quintana. And batting ninth, the catcher number 18, Nate Stevens. The starting pitcher for the Drifters tonight is number 1, Diego Chavez. And now the starting lineup for your Cowlitz Black Bears. The starters as announced by head coach Alan Embry. Leading off the center fielder from Yamaha College, number 26, Ben Ziegler. Batting second, the left fielder from Utah Valley University, number 13, Callan Holverson. Batting third, the designated hitter from Gonzaga University, number 17, Sam Kimpton. Batting fourth, the catcher from San Diego Christian College, number 27, Alec Mooney. Batting fifth, the right fielder from University of San Diego, number 28. They call him Smitty Austin Smith. Batting sixth, the third baseman from Lower Columbia College, number 16, Nick Miller. Batting seventh, the first baseman from Ventura College, number 47, John Olsen. Batting eighth, the shortstop from Gonzaga University.
Testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. The Black Bears are cool.
And batting ninth, the second baseman from Mount Hood Community College, number 15, Brady Majewski. And the starting pitcher for the Black Bears tonight is number 24 from Hope International University, Raul DoorDash Rada. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
Testing 1 2.
your friendly neighborhood mascot, Corby the Bear. Gentlemen, the bullpen, please be sure to give him a high five as he flies by. It's been a long break for Corby as well, as you can see. And please welcome our bat boy for tonight's game, Grant Stryscoot. Thanks, Grant. Great waves there. And now introducing tonight's umpires as assigned by the West Coast League. Behind home plate tonight, number 21, Chris Castro. And on the bases, number 46, Isaac McAllister. Black Bears fans, please be on the lookout for foul balls if they leave the playing field at any time. We remind you to pay attention while you enjoy your time at David Story Field. And now, before the national anthem, folks, we do have a ceremonial first pitch. The Black Bears are proud to welcome James Knox out onto the mound from Nucor Skyline Group. All right, James, let's see it. It looked good to me. Thank you so much, James. All right, fans. Now please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. We've got a special guest here tonight, former Cowlitz County Sheriff Mark Nelson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still
Play ball.
8 games on the road for the Black Bears, going 3-5 over the 8-game road swing, but they are finally back at Story Field as they get set to welcome in the Springfield Drifters to Longview for the first time ever here on Friday evening here in beautiful Longview, Washington. Welcome in to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball on Mixlr.com and streaming live on YouTube as well. Brendan Riley here to bring you all the action 1 through 9, maybe even some more if we're lucky here on Friday evening. The Black Bears coming in to today at 13-16, 6.5 games back of the first half winner, Corvallis Knights. Springfield right behind them, 8 games back at 12-18. And these two teams, second time that they're facing off here this season. The Black Bears back on opening weekend at the Hamlin Sports Complex in the inaugural home series for the Springfield Drifters. The Black Bears ended up taking 2 of 3. They won game number 1 convincingly on Friday evening, then won the second game of a doubleheader on Sunday afternoon, and the Black Bears took the first series of the year. Black Bears turn the ball over to the Hope International product, Raul Harada, making his 6th start on the year, 4.44 ERA, 26 1/3 innings, 21 hits, 13 runs, all earned, 4 walks and 14 strikeouts for the junior from Fullerton. 6+ innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, and 4 strikeouts against the Kamloops North Paws last weekend. 8 righties and 1 lefty in the lineup for Springfield: Jalen Ray, Trevor Antonson, Dane Frazier, the top 3, Jordan Justice, Cade Christ, and Dominic Hellman, 4, 5, and 6, with Taylor Holder, Matt Quintana, and Nate Stevens rounding out the starting 9 here tonight for Tommy Richards. Raul Harada is ready. The first pitch is a fastball on the inside corner for strike number 1, and we're off and running at 6:34 p.m. here on Friday evening in Longview. 76 degrees, sunny skies at the winds out of the west-northwest at 5 miles per hour. The 0-1, a breaking ball on the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2 to Jalen Ray here this evening. Black Bears coming off of a 4-2 win last night over the Portland Pickles. The 0-2 comes with a breaking ball again, just a little too far outside as Ray's back in the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Black Bears 4 runs on 12 hits last night, but they left the bases loaded 3 times a night ago, but the Black Bears able to take game number 3. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, just misses outside. Count back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Harada. He faced off against this Drifters team one other time this year. 2-2. Change-up high in the air down the right field line. Coming on is the right fielder Austin Smith into foul territory, and they'll squeeze it for out number 1. Good start for Raul Harada in his 6th start. His one appearance that wasn't a start was against this Drifters team. That was in game 1 of that doubleheader back on June 3rd. Went 2 innings, 1 hit, and struck out 1 against this Drifters team. But the Drifters taking the first game of the doubleheader 4-2 before the Black Bears came from behind 3 separate times in the second game to win 8-7, including putting up 3 runs in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch to the second baseman, Trevor Antonson. Drops on the outside corner for strike number 1. This Springfield team, winners of 2 of their last 3 series, took 2 of 3 against the Corvallis Knights, lost against Yakima Valley, the 0-1. Fastball, check swing, did he go? Yes, he did, says first base umpire Isaac McAllister. Will be on the base paths this evening. Chris Castro calling balls and strikes tonight as it's quickly 0-2. Harada has gone up 0-2 to each of the first 2 batters. The 1-2 pitch, fastball on the outside corner. Got him looking for strike number 3. Raul Harada, good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Trevor Antonson, and there's 2 gone. 15th punch out of the year for Harada. Had 4 last week. He's had 4 in his last 2 starts. Last time he threw here at home was 2 Saturdays ago against the Bend Elks. 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. First pitch to Dane Frazier is a fastball high for ball number 1 to the Drifters right fielder here today. We give you the Black Bears defensive alignment left to right in the outfield. Callan Halverson, Ben Ziegler, and Austin Smith. The 1-out. Fastball a little too far outside. 2-0 now the count to Dane Frazier at third base. A late addition to the lineup. Nick Miller over at third. Brock Bozette at short. Brady Majeski making his return after he hasn't been on the team for the past month. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball ripped. Backhanded diving stop by Bozette in the hole. Gets to his feet. The throw to Olsen at first is in time for out number 3. And it's a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Raul Harada here in game number 1 this weekend. We head to the bottom of the first here at Story Field. No score between the Black Bears and the Drifters. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
12 days since we last saw you all, and we cannot thank you enough for coming out tonight. We know the boys miss you,
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose less Schwab Tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are back and ready for you at Story Field. It's another summer of family-friendly fun. Plus, the Black Bears can host your birthday party, after-work get-together, or even your nonprofit can host a night and make extra money for your organization. Create a summer of great family memories with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Don't miss a single inning of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball with special events all summer long. See the schedule online, get tickets at the gate, or right now at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Bottom one at Story Field, no score after a 1-2-3 top of the first inning for Raul Harada, as facing off against him today will be the right-hander, the sophomore from Oxnard, California, making a second start on the year, Diego Chavez, 2.79 ERA in 8 appearances, 9 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 8 walks and 10 strikeouts for the right-hander. Threw against Cowlitz back on June 3rd, 1 inning, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout for the right-hander. Last time he threw was a week ago on July 1st against Yakima Valley, when 1 inning walking 1. As he will deal with this lineup for the Black Bears. Ben Ziegler, Callan Halverson, and Sam Can, the top 3. Alec Arnone in the cleanup spot with Austin Smith right behind him batting 5th. Nick Miller in the 6th hole. John Olson, Brock Bozette, and Brady Majeski, 7, 8, and 9. 3 lefties, 6 righties against the right-hander. First pitch to Ziegler. Fastball misses high and in for ball number 1. Chavez this past year at Oxnard College, the JUCO in the CCCAA, 14 appearances, 13 starts. The 1-0 pitch, fastball at the knees on the inner half. It's 1-1. 4-7 with a 4.32 ERA through 81 innings this past season. 81 hits given up, 59 runs, only 39 earned. The 1-1. Cut on and missed by Ziegler. A big hack there from the Black Bears center fielder. It's 1-2. 40 walks to 67 strikeouts for Chavez, who's looking for his first here today. Ben Ziegler's going to have to protect 2 for 5 last night in the series finale against the Pickles. Right-hander working from the windup. He's ready. The 1-2. He's able to spoil it off down the left field line, and we'll do it again. First time back at home for the Black Bears since 2 Sundays ago, a 5-4 win over the Bend Elks. The Black Bears then hit the road for what was supposed to be a 9-game road stand. Game number 3 in Kamloops was rained out. The 1-2 once again. The changeup misses down and away. Count even at 2-2. Black Bears dropped 2 of 3 against Victoria. Then they split. What ended up being a 2-game series against the North Paws. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball high and in. A good at-bat here for Ben Ziegler, running the count full as the leadoff man. Callan Halverson in the on-deck circle for the Black Bears. And then they dropped the first 2 in Portland, but won last night 4-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Misses high. It's a leadoff walk for Ben Ziegler as he's on. So a good start here for the Black Bears, getting their leadoff man on. First base run of the game now over at first as Callan Halverson will come to the plate here. Still no score in the bottom of the first inning. No outs and a runner over on first. The Black Bears, their offense hitting .274 as a team, good for 4th in the West Coast League. This pitching staff for the Drifters, a 4.66 team ERA, good for 8th. Right in the middle of the pack, Black Bears right behind him in 9th. First pitch to Halverson. He swings through a fastball. Good spot on the outside corner from Chavez. It's 0-1. I can give you the Drifters' defensive alignment here this evening. 47 errors, a .957 fielding percentage, 11th in the league. Jordan Justice in left, Taylor Holder in center. It's the pitch. A breaking ball popped up on the right side of the infield. The first baseman, Christ, backing up, will make the catch just to the left of the first base bag as Callan Halverson's retired for out number 1. Dominic Hellman at third, Jalen Ray at short, Trevor Antonson at second, with Cade Chris, who just made the play, at first. And the battery mate to Diego Chavez this evening is Nate Stevens. So So one gone now for Sam Kane, designated hitter this evening for the Black Bears, back in the 3-hole. It was primarily the Black Bears leadoff man, and now has dropped into the 3 spot each of the last couple of games. Righty on lefty matchup. First pitch misses high and away for ball number 1. Kane, the freshman, hitting .245 on the year, a pair of doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Won 1 for 5 last night in that 3-hole, 3 for 12 in the series at Walker Stadium. 1-0 pitch. Fastball hit sharply through the left side for a base hit. Sam Kane picks up the base knock, as now he has a hit in 4 of his last 6, as it's runners on first and second for the Black Bears, with 1 gone for Alec Arnone. So the Black Bears' second time this year seeing Chavez seeing the ball well. So now they'll bring up the catcher, Alec Arnone. With 1 out in the bottom of the first inning, Black Bears looking to win their second consecutive game. First time they did that since back to the 7-2 start was last Thursday and Friday when they took game number 3 in Victoria, and they took game 1 in Kamloops. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch to Arnone. He's swinging, pops it up on the right side. This one's going to end up a souvenir as it gets out of play. It's 0-1. Ziegler on at second, Kane at first. Speed on the base pass for the Black Bears. Coming into today, 4-6 in their last 10, 5-7 here at Story Field. 8-9 record away from Longview. Took the first series between these two teams back in the beginning of June, back at the Hamlin Sports Complex. The 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball. Arnone just gets a piece of it, and it's quickly 0-2. Arnone hitting .278. For the San Juan Capistrano, California native, 7 doubles, 2 home runs, and 15 RBIs. Went 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout back on Wednesday. He's reached in his last 5, but saw a 4-game hit streak snapped in the Black Bears' 3-0 shutout loss. Chavez set of the belt, takes a look back at Ziegler, the 0-2. A fastball rolled right to the shortstop. It deflects off of Ziegler, so he's going to be out. Arnone will reach over at first. And so now there's 2 away as the lead runner Ziegler's cut down. Probably the best result the Black Bears could have gotten. That looked like a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play. But now the inning will continue as Kane advances up to second. Arnone reaches. So now there's 2 gone for Austin Smith here in the bottom of the first inning with 2 on. Black Bears looking for an early lead here in game number 1 of 3 this weekend. Smith digs in from the left side. First day off in a while yesterday. First pitch he sees. He takes low for ball number 1. Smith 2 for 4 outing back on Wednesday against the Pickles. Picked up a base knock in each of his first 2 at-bats. Went 2 for 8 over his 2 games. Hitting .300 over his last 5. The 1-0. Fastball down and in, 2-0 now the count here to Smith. Has a multi-hit performance in 4 out of his last 7 games for the recent transfer to the University of San Diego. Hitting .305, 3 doubles, and 10 RBIs on the year for the San Diego native. He has Kane down at second, Arnone at first. The right-hander, Chavez, the pitch. Cut on and miss. Big hack there from Austin Smith on the fastball down and in. He has 8 RBIs in his last 5 games, including 7 RBIs in the 2-game series last weekend against the Kamloops North Paws. He had a pair of bases-clearing doubles in the 8th and the 9th inning that really iced that game number 1 back on Canada Day at Norbrock Stadium. Chavez will now step off and reset. Black Bears last night played one of their most complete games on the year. A 4-2 win over the Pickles, 12 hits. Left a lot on base, but the pitching staff has been stellar as of late. The 2-1, a breaking ball. Bounced in front of home plate, and it'll skip foul at the first base line. Counts even at 2-2 here to Smith. 4 walks to 3 strikeouts for him this year. He's got a hit in 7 out of his last 10 games, including picking up his 7th multi-hit game on the year back on Wednesday. Black Bears in that Game 2 loss back at Walker Stadium, they only had 5 hits, 2 of them coming from the guy at the dish. 2-2 pitch. Fastball rolled to the second baseman, Antonsen. He fields it. The toss to first is in time, and the side is retired. So the Black Bears get some traffic on the base pass, not able to do anything with it as they score. No runs on one hit, no errors. They leave 2 runners left on base. Through inning full here at Story Field. No score between the Drifters and the Black Bears. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Here at Fiber Federal Credit Union, we're just like any other family. Sometimes you like getting together for a big old family shindig. Other times it would be really great if that family shindig could just be virtual. At Fiber Federal, we always love seeing you at any of our 16 locations, but don't feel like you need to see us face-to-face all the time. With online and mobile banking, mobile deposits, our nationwide network of ATMs, and 24/7 call center, you can visit us anytime, anywhere. And now, several locations feature ITMs with virtual representatives for basic transactions, like withdrawals, cash and check deposits, transfers, loan payments, and balance inquiries. That saves you time for more important things, like seeing your mother in person. She told us to say that. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. FiberCU.com. Member NCUA.
No score going on top of the second at Story Field. 4, 5, and 6. Jordan Justice, Kate Chris, and Dominic Hellman against Raul Harada out for his second inning of work. A 1-2-3 inning back in the top half of the first. First pitch ripped up the middle past the dive of Bozette into center for a base hit. First base knock of the day for this Drifters lineup comes off of the bat of Jordan Justice, who has picked up his first hit over his last 5. Is now no outs and a runner on first for Cade Christ here in the top of the second inning. So both teams now with a hit. Black Bears with 2. Is now digging in as the first baseman, Cade Christ, the sophomore from Tacoma Community College. First pitch fouled back to the screen. It's 0-1. This Black Bears pitching staff have given up 5 or less runs over their last 6, but they're 2-4 over that stretch. Snap throw to first by Harada has Justice back in standing. Chris, the native of Springfield, hitting .266 on the year, 5 doubles and 2 home runs. The pitch drops in an off-speed pitch. It's quickly 0-2. Chris, 7 RBI, 7 walks, but 23 strikeouts for him. Another snap throw to first. And back in just in time is Justice. Chris has reached in his last 4. Went 0 for 3 with an RBI, a strikeout, and was hit by a pitch back on Wednesday. The 0-2 fastball just a little high from Harada. And it's Chris back in the count and a ball and 2 strikes. Chris won 1 for 7 in the Springfield Drifters series victory over the Victoria Harbor Cats. They took the first 2 games of the series, then were 2 hit. The pitch, the breaking ball, misses just inside. Count back to even at 2-2. Chris 4 for 15 over his last 5 with 7 hits over his last 10. Third time this at bat. Harada takes a look at first. Black Bears happy to be home after being away for 12 days. Black Bears trying to get back to 500 this weekend at Story Field. 2-2 curveball that Chris is just able to battle off and won't do it again. Chris this past season at Tacoma hit .282, 9 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. They went 35-12, were the West Region champions of the NWAC. The right-hander set at the belt. The pitch, fastball, fouled off on the right side. A nice battle here by Cade Christ in the top of the second inning. No score between the Black Bears and the Drifters. 4th game between these 2 sides this year after the Black Bears took 2 out of 3 back at the Hamlin Sports Complex. Rada working hard, looking for his second punch out. The pitch, fastball over the head of Miller, and it's just foul up the left field line. That one missing about maybe a half a foot to the left of the left field line. And so another one fouled off by Christ here in the top of the second inning. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Chris doing a nice job being able to protect. Hirata trying to win the battle. Small lead over and first for Justice. Here's the pitch. A fastball skied in the air on the right side of the infield. John Olson into foul territory will make the catch for out number one as Raul Hirata able to win the battle against Cade Christ. And there's one gone here in the top of the second inning for Dominic Hellman. This is the first game of a 8-game homestand for the Black Bears. The three here this weekend against the Drifters, a day off on Monday. Two non-league games coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday as the Black Bears welcome in at the Northwest Star Nighthawks for a 2-game set. First pitch to Hellman. The changeup misses down and away for ball number one. Then the day off on Thursday. Then the Port Angeles Lefties here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Special 6:05 first pitch as Hirata looks over at first once again. With special 6:05 first pitch coming up next Friday, a week from now, for game number one against the Lefties. The Court Carpenter concert coming up post-game, the 1-0. Down and away, 2-0 now the count. Well, that one has been on the schedule for a while. Now, a lot of people have circled that date as the pitch popped up on the right side and out of play. It's 2-1. Immediately following the final out, Court Carpenter getting ready for the concert. Listen to a few of his songs, pretty catchy. Probably the favorite one, the one, forget the official name, but has the koozie in it, the pitch. Just a little too far outside. It's 3-1 now to Hellman, the incoming freshman to the University of Oregon, hitting .292 over 7 games, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 4 RBIs. 3-1. Fastball misses down and away for ball number 4. First walk issued by Raul Hirata can put runners on first and second here in the top of the second inning as Hellman draws his second walk of the year. So Hirata trying to dance out of this jam now in the top of the second inning, as it'll be Taylor Holder, redshirt freshman from Corvallis, to dig in from the right side. The Oregon Duck hitting .204 right above the Mendoza line. 3 doubles and 5 RBIs for him over 16 games. On second is Justice, at first is Hellman as the right-hander set at the belt. Takes a look back at second, the first pitch. Called a strike at the letters. It's 0-1. Holder hitless in his last 4 games, went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts back on Wednesday. 0 for 7 against the Harbor Cats. Black Bears saw the Harbor Cats last week, the 0-1. The curveball has him swinging. It's 0-2. Holder 2 for 17 in his last 5 games. 7 for 36 in his last 10. Played in 5 games for the Ducks this past year, went 2 for 5. 0-2. Curveball, he's just able to spoil it off. And we'll do it again at 0-2. It was the number 6 player in Oregon by perfect game, number 5 by PBR in his class. Matt Quintana in the on-deck circle, the 0-2. Fastball just a little high and away from Hirata. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Last night, the Corvallis Knights took down the Ridgefield Raptors at Goss Stadium to win the first half title in the South Division. The 1-2. Cut on and miss for strike number 3. Arnone able to hold on as Hirata picks up his second punch out of the day, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the second inning. The Corvallis 18-8, good enough to win the first half. Black Bears winning their first game of the second half last night. So right now the Black Bears find themselves at the top of the second half. Of course, the playoffs being expanded here this year in the West Coast League, expanding to 8 teams here this year. as Matt Quintana will dig in from the right side. First pitch he sees, down and away for ball number 1. Nice snag by Arnone behind the plate. Quintana, the Sunland, California native, heading to Pepperdine. 5th game for him, hitting 125. He's 1 for his first 8. Last played on Monday, went 0 for 1 against the Harbor Cats. 2 outs, runners on first and second, top second here at Story Field. The pitch, a little too high, 2-0 now the count. Harada falling behind here in this top of the second inning. Coming into tonight, he had a .631 first pitch strike percentage for the right-hander from Fullerton, California. The long ball has been something that he's been trying to fix. Has given up a team-leading 5 this year. 2-0. Just a little too far outside for home plate umpire Chris Castro's liking, and it's 3-0. Harada does not want to walk. The bases loaded. A single and a walk here this inning. The 3-0 pitch catches the outside corner at the knees. It's 3-1. Quintana's one hit came against Corvallis back in the midweek series last week, as time is called before the 3-1. Quintana heading to Pepperdine, went 24-26 this past year in the WCC. Season ended back on May 22nd. Took a series against the Portland Pilots, but that's when the season came to an end. Here comes the 3-1. Misses above the letters for ball number 4. The bases are now loaded for the 9-hitter Nate Stevens in the top of the second inning. So Harada in some trouble here in the top of the second. He's going to have to try to dance around the sophomore from Wenatchee, Wisconsin, Nate Stevens. He'll dig in from the left side here with 2 outs and the bases full of drifters. Springfield got off to a slow start this year, been playing some better baseball as of late. First pitch to Stevens, misses upstairs. It's 1-0. The Drifters 5-5 in their last 10. 8 games back of Corvallis in the South Division, as the Knights had a lot of games to make up. The 1-0 pitch just misses, a little too far inside at the knees. 2-0 now the count. Stevens hitting 167. 4 doubles and 6 RBIs for the Washington State Cougar. 0 for 4 with the strikeout on Wednesday. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball rolled to the first baseman Olsen. Fields it. Will take it to the bag himself, and Raul Harada able to escape the bases loaded jam here in the top of the second inning. The Drifters, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the second, still scoreless at Story Field between the Black Bears and the Drifters. You're listening to Cowlitz, Black Bears Baseball.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
577-7200.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Weather guard!
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather.
No score going to the bottom of the second here at Story Field. The Black Bears will bring up 6, 7, and 8 here on Friday evening in the bottom of the second against Diego Chavez. Back out for his second inning of work. Raul Harada able to dance out of a bases-loaded jam in the top half of the inning, getting Nate Stevens to roll over to John Olsen at first. As now Nick Miller will lead things off for the Black Bears in the bottom of the second inning. Miller, first game for him since June 28th against the Victoria Harbor Cats. As he'll dig in from the right side, the freshman from Kelso. First pitch from Chavez. Fastball a little too high on the first offering. It's 1-0 here to Miller at third base today. Late addition to the lineup after Nick Hovland, a late scratch. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball, high chopper to the shortstop, Ray. Charging in, and he misses it. This one sneaks through into left center. Going to have to see how they call that. They're going to call it a hit, so Nick Miller picks up the base knock, now 2 for his last 12 at the plate, as the leadoff man on for the second straight inning for the Black Bears. They'll now bring in John Olson with no outs and a runner at first. He digs in from the right side. The Portland, Oregon native hitting .313 this year. Enjoyed being back home in Portland, going 3 for 8 in the series against the Pickles. First pitch he sees in the dirt. Nice scoop by Stevens behind the plate. It's 1-0. Miller over at first, has speed. Has a stolen base here this year. He gets a good lead over at first. Chavez, the right-hander, set at the belt. The 1-0. Fastball high and in, back pick down to first, and Miller's just able to dive back in time. 2-0 now the count here to John Olson. 2 for 4 last night with an RBI, a walk, and a strikeout. Coming in today on a 5-game hit streak, in which he's hitting .300 over that span. 2-0 pitch. Backs him off the plate. 3-0 now the count. Olson was named West Coast League Player of the Week following the series against the Drifters back in the opening week of the season. Had a terrific series, only held off the base pass once. Now in a good hitter's count here, the 3-0. Misses down and in for ball number 4. A 4-pitch walk issue to John Olson. That's going to put runners on first and second here in the bottom of the second inning. The Black Bears getting traffic on the base pass for the second straight inning, as they'll bring up Brock Bozette. There were no outs in the bottom of the second inning. The sophomore heading to Gonzaga this coming fall. Second home run of the year for him last night. A no-doubter to left down in Portland. He digs in from the right side. First pitch, he shows bunt, gets it down up the third base line. It'll skip foul. A lot of spin on the side spin on that baseball as it trickles foul. It's now 0-1 here to Bozette, hitting .267. Pair of doubles, pair of home runs, and 9 RBIs for him. 1 for 3 last night, went 3 for 9 in the series against Portland. Coming in today on a 13-game hit streak. Hitting .280. Over that stretch. The third baseman, Hellman, playing in, as well as the first baseman, Chris, expecting the bunt. The 0-1, he shows bunt once again and pulls it back, and it's called a strike on the breaking ball. It's now 0-2, so be shocked to see Bozette try to square around. Bozette asking home plate umpire Chris Castro. So now he's going to have to protect. 14 strikeouts over 23 games for the sophomore. Chavez looking for his first punch out. The 0-2. Breaking ball, and Bozette's just able to fist it back to the screen, and we'll do it again. Bozette's reached in 22 out of 23 games here this year. 3 multi-hit games thrown in there as well. 5 for his last 16 in the last 5 games, dating back to game number 1 against Kamloops. A long pause. The 0-2. Breaking ball almost gets him high and in as he's back in the count, a ball and 2 strikes. That one getting away from Chavez. Chavez here this year, opponents hitting .212 against him. But the 8 walks to 10 strikeouts coming into today. Now an even 10 walks to 10 strikeouts for the right-hander from Oxnard, California. The pitch, fastball, rolled to the second baseman. Antonsen makes a nice play. He throws it, and it's up the line as this one will bring in a run. Nick Miller in to score from second on the error as John Olson advances to third, and the Black Bears have the lead here in the bottom of the second inning. It's 1-0. That ball deflecting off of the glove of Chris, and Tonson had to make a nice play. But he throws it away as that brings in the first run of the game, and the Black Bears now lead 1-0 with the runners on the corners, Olsen at third and Bozette over at first as Brady Majewski making his return for the Black Bears. As he'll dig in from the right side, the freshman from Vancouver. 5th game for him. First pitch he sees. He's swinging a little soft liner to the second baseman, Antonsen, who makes the catch for out number 1. Didn't have to move as Majewski hit it right to him. So now there's one guy, and that'll bring up the top of the order for the second time today. It'll be Ben Ziegler with the RBI opportunity. So they call it a single for Bozette. And Nick Miller comes in to score on the error by the second baseman, Antonsen. So an error here early on, 48th on the year for the Drifters. Ziegler, a walk in his first plate appearance. He takes high and away for ball number 1. Black Bears leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second with 1 out and runners on the corners. Ziegler with his 12th walk of the year. Went 3 for 13 in the series against the Pickles. The 1-0 pitch, high and away once again at 2-0 now the count here to Ziegler. Team leading 371 average, was hitting 404 coming into this week. 9 for 23 in his last 5 games. Saw a 10-game hit streak snap back on Wednesday. Righty on lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled back to the screen. It's 2-1. Ziegler getting his hack there. 4 doubles and 10 RBIs for the Yavapai product this season. Did not play in the first series against the Drifters. Made his debut game immediately after the home opener against the Kamloops Northpaws. 2-1. Breaking ball on the outside corner. It's 2-2. Chavez able to drop it in on the outer half. As an arm starting to get loose out in the Drifters bullpen in right. 2-2 the count with 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. The right-hander, he's set working from the first base side. The pitch, there goes the runner. Hit and run as Ziegler pops it up on the left side. The third baseman, Hellman, will make the grab for out number 2 as Bozette has to retreat back to first. There's now 2 gone here in the bottom of the second for Callan Halverson. 12 runners left on base for the Black Bears last night. Left 2 on in the first here today as Callan Halverson will dig in. A pop out to Cade Chris, the first baseman, back in the bottom of the first. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch. Fastball, Halverson gets under it into shallow right center. Going back is Antonsen. Coming in as the right fielder, Frazier, and this one drops for a base hit. Olsen comes in to score on the RBI single by Callan Halverson, who now adds to his league-leading 29 RBIs. He's up to 30 on the year, and the Black Bears double their lead. It's 2-0. Bozette goes first to third, so now another run standing 90 feet away for Sam Canton. Halverson now with an RBI in each of his last 2 games as he stands over at first. Sam Canton digs in from the left side here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. The Black Bears leading here 2-0. First pitch to Canton. He's swinging, rips one back up the middle for a base hit. Bozette will score as Sam Canton picks up his 9th RBI on the year. First time picking up a ribby for the Gonzaga Bulldogs since back on June 24th against the Bend Elks as he brings in Brock Bozette, and the Black Bears take the lead and take control in the bottom of the second inning. It's 3-0 as we'll have a mound meeting here, and it looks like this might be the day for Diego Chavez. He will hand the ball over. We'll have a new arm coming into the game when we come back. 2 outs and runners on first and second. The Black Bears leading 3-0 in the bottom of the second. We'll step aside. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
It's coyote season here at Cowlitz River Rigging. You might be asking yourself, what does that mean?
It means haying, cutting, mowing, moving, plowing, sowing, pushing, pulling, digging, ripping, tilling, towing season.
Coyote tractors are fuel efficient, rugged, and ready to work.
Stop in at the Grown Man's Candy Store and test drive a Coyote tractor today.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Hi, it's Jess.
And Bobby checking in from the Grown Man's Candy Store. I'm sure we can all agree that Mother Nature has been a little, unpredictable this year.
To say the least, but one thing you can predict is steel's power and reliability.
At Cowlitz River Rigging, we carry a wide variety of superior steel, gas, and battery-powered equipment to get all your jobs done.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Your Cowlitz Black Bears are back at Story Field this summer. Get out and join your neighbors for family-friendly fun. A Black Bears baseball game is a perfect reason to meet with friends and coworkers. Black Bears baseball is made possible by Peace Health, Fiber Federal Credit Union, Pacific Tech Construction, Bob's Sporting Goods, McDonald's in Longview and Woodland, and the Bud Clary Auto Group. Don't miss a single inning of Black Bears baseball. Tickets at the gate or right now at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Black Bears lead 3-0 in the bottom of the second inning with 2 outs and runners on first and second, as the new arm into the game here this evening will be the right-hander from Bellevue College, Dylan O'Connor, making his 7th appearance on the year, a 5.96 ERA. 1-3, 25 2/3 innings pitched, 37 hits, 24 runs, only 17 earned, with 12 walks to 19 strikeouts. Last time he threw was on Tuesday in the 3-1 win for the Drifters. Went 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, and 1 strikeout. The run was unearned. Al Garnoni, the first to greet him. First pitch he sees, fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. Give you the partial line on Diego Chavez this evening. Inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 2 walks, and no strikeouts for the right-hander from Oxnard. The 0-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. Counts even at a ball and a strike here to Alec Arnone. Against a new arm, Dylan O'Connor started against the Black Bears back on June 3rd. Went 4 1/3, 10 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. The 1-1. Fastball, Arnone gets under it as he skies it out of play. It's 1-2 now here to Arnone. Arnone 1 for 1 after an infield single back in the first inning. Ben Ziegler was called out after the ball deflected off of his leg, going between second and third. Arnone now has to protect here against the new arm into the game, Dylan O'Connor. He's set of the belt, the 1-2. Breaking ball, misses down and away, skips away from the catcher Stevens. Both runners advance 90 feet. So now 2 in scoring position for Alec Arnone here in the bottom of the second inning with 3 runs already in for the Black Bears. 4 hits this inning for Cowlitz. With a 2-2 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. The right-hander O'Connor working from the stretch. The 2-2. Fastball, Arnone sends this one into shallow right. And Toneson going back. He'll be called off by Frazier. He'll make the catch for out number 3 as Dylan O'Connor comes in and he gets his out as the side is retired. But the Black Bears, they're able to take a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. They score 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. Head to the third at Story Field. Black Bears leading 3-0. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
And there, once I say go, they're going to hula hoop, and if you drop your hula hoop.
It's baseball season, and Peace Health is excited to return as a sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears as they vie for the Western League Championship. Black Bears games make a great family event. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark for fresh air, sunshine, fun, friends, and all the thrills of Black Bears baseball. As the largest health provider in Cowlitz County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game. Whether it's a routine appointment or specialty or emergency care, Peace Health and the Cowlitz Black Bears, two great teams.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab Tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are back and ready for you at Story Field. It's another summer of family-friendly fun. Plus, the Black Bears can host your birthday party, after-work get-together, or even your nonprofit can host a night and make extra money for your organization. Create a summer of great family memories with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Don't miss a single inning of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball with special events all summer long. See the schedule online, get tickets at the gate, or right now at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Top of the order for the Drifters in the top of the third against Raul Harada, looking for the shutdown inning. Righty-on-righty matchup as Jalen Ray digs in from the right side. First pitch on the inside corner at the belt for strike number one. Black Bears 3 runs in that bottom of the second inning as they're able to take the lead. The freshman from Central Arizona digging in from the right side, the 0-1. Breaking ball misses well high, counts even at a ball and a strike to the shortstop here today. A fly out to Austin Smith in foul territory, back to lead off the game for the Drifters against Harada. The 1-1. The breaking ball clips the outside corner at the knees, and it's 1-2. 16th game for Ray, hitting .387. 3 doubles and 8 RBIs for the Sydney, Australia native. The 1-2. Another curveball. This one just a little too far off the outer half. It's 2-2. Ray went 1 for 2 with a strikeout on Wednesday against Victoria. Hit .500 in that series. 2-2 pitch. He lines one down the right field line and foul. And we'll do it again. 5-game hit streak for him. 8 for 20 over that time. He's reached in his last 8 games. The 2-2. Chop to third. Charging in is Miller. The throw to first. Not in time. Jalen Ray, the infield single, so he extends his hit streak to 6 games, and the leadoff man is on for the second straight inning for the Drifters. Tough play there for Miller, who was playing back. It was a strong throw over to Olsen at first, but Ray a lot of speed. As that'll bring in Trevor Antonsen in the top of the third. With no outs and a runner at first, as will be the Wilsonville, Oregon native digging in. First pitch from Harada. Fastball grounded to short. Bozette to second for 1. The relay to first. In time. A 6-4-3 twin killing started by Brock Bozette and a good turn by Brady Majeski at second. And there's 2 gone just like that here in the top of the third. Harada able to roll his ground balls. Now there's 2 away for Dane Frazier. Black Bears leading 3-0. In the top of the third, first time back in a long time. Here comes the first pitch from Harada. Fastball popped up and out of play as this one will get foul. It's 0-1. Frazier a ground out to Bozette to end the first inning in his first plate appearance. Went 1 for 8 in the series against the Harbor Cats with the Missoula, Montana native. 0-1. A little too far inside with the changeup. It's 1-1. Harada has given the Black Bears at least 6 innings in his last 2 starts. That's what he does so well. Fill up the strike zone. Let his defense work behind him. The 1-1. Fastball. Rocketed into center. Ziegler back towards the track. And this one's going to bang up against the wall. Rounding first and heading for second is Frazier as he's in there with his 5th double on the year. And it's a runner in scoring position with 2 gone here in the top of the third. A good piece there by Frazier, driving it to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark, right around the 387 sign, right next to the right of the shed out in center. So I'll bring in Jordan Justice with the RBI opportunity. He has 9 on the year. singled to lead off the second inning, in which Harada was able to get out of a bases-loaded jam. 2 outs, top 3. Black Bears and Raul Harada looking for the shutdown inning. Righty-on-righty matchup, the first pitch. Cut on and miss. It's 0-1. Justice out in front of the off-speed pitch there. Justice, the sophomore from Maryville, Oregon, heading to Lewis Clark State College. Spent the past 2 years with Everett in the NWAC. 0-1. Swung on a miss. Harada going to the same pitch. Justice can't sit back on it, as now it's 0-2 here quickly with 2 outs. Harada stares in, gets the sign. Now he's ready. Here's the pitch. The curveball, a little too far inside, and it's 1-2. Lewis and Clark State College, the NAIA school. Be heading there this fall. Just announced his commitment back on July 4th. Here's the 1-2. Cut on and miss for strike number 3. Harada picks up his 3rd punch out of the day as he sits down Jordan Justice for out number 3, and the side is retired. The Drifters, no runs on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 runner left on base through 2.5 at Story Field. Black Bears leading 3-0. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Here at Fiber Federal Credit Union, we're just like any other family. Sometimes you like getting together for a big old family shindig. Other times it would be really great if that family shindig could just be virtual. At Fiber Federal, we always love seeing you at any of our 16 locations, but don't feel like you need to see us face-to-face all the time. With online and mobile banking, mobile deposits, our nationwide network of ATMs, and 24/7 call center, you can visit us anytime, anywhere. And now, several locations feature ITMs with virtual representatives for basic transactions, like withdrawals, cash and check deposits, transfers, loan payments, and balance inquiries. That saves you time for more important things, like seeing your mother in person. She told us to say that. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.com. Member NCUA.
First pitch to Austin Smith. He scores around and shows bunt and fouls it off for strike number 1 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Black Bears leading 3-0. Dylan O'Connor with his first clean inning. The 0-1 pitch. Smith, a little fister up the middle. Coming on is the shortstop, Ray. He dives, knocks it down, but is not going to have a play as Austin Smith picks up the base knock to lead the inning off. Black Bears have had their leadoff man on in all 3 innings now, as Smith now 1 for 2 here today, as they'll bring in Nick Miller here with no outs and a runner over at first. Nick Miller with the base knock, back to lead off the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's the first pitch he sees. He shows bunt, and he pops it straight back to the screen. It's 0-1. Black Bears have been trying to get down bunts here early and often, have still yet to get one in play. Final line on Diego Chavez, inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs all earned, 2 walks, and no strikeouts for the right-hander. He'll lead over at first for Smith, the 0-1. The breaking ball in the dirt. Nate Stevens, a nice job being able to knock it down and keep it in front of him. Counts even at 1-1. Smith over at first, 4 for 4 on stolen bases here this season. That's Nick Miller. 2 for his last 12 at the plate. Picked up his first hit in 6 games back on June 28th against Victoria. The pitch runs inside as it backs him up. 2-1 now the count. June 28th, the last time that Miller played. That was game number 1 of that Victoria series. 2-1. Fastball, high chopper to the third baseman, Hellman. His only play is going to go be first as he tosses it over to Chris Smith advances to second. Works almost the same as a bunt there for Nick Miller as he's retired on the 5-3 putout, and it's a runner in scoring position for John Olson. Olson a walk on 4 pitches. Back in the second inning, came in to score the game's second run. Black Bears trying to add to their 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Austin Smith on at second as O'Connor comes set at the belt. The right-hander takes a look back at second, the first pitch. Olson fouls a breaking ball off. It's 0-1. Dylan O'Connor with the 5.96 ERA. That's a complete game here this year. That came back on June 24th against Walla Walla. All 9 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. At a 2.53 ERA this past season with Bellevue. 0-1. Fastball, tap back to the screen, and it's 0-2. O'Connor at Bellevue, same place that Nick Hovland went for 2 years before he joined the Washington Huskies. Now Olson will have to protect. Down 0-2 in the count for the big first baseman from Portland. Here's the 0-2. Fastball, Olson rips it down the right field line, and this one is just going to be foul. Chris Castro, the home plate umpire, making the call, as that was for sure extra bases for the Ventura College Pirate, but now we're going to do it again at 0-2. Unlucky there for Olson, who is looking for his 3rd double on the year. But now he'll get the chance to dig back in and try again. Olson trying to extend his hit streak to 6 games. Pick up his 4th RBI in his last 6. Went 3 for 8 against the Pickles. And seen the bat come back to life. Got off to the hot start, went through a little bit of a cold spell throughout parts of June. And it started to heat up, hitting .272 over his last 10. The 0-2 pitch. He's able to lay off a breaking ball, skips away from Stevens. Smith will take third on the dirt ball read, and another run standing 90 feet away for the Black Bears here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That's a tough read there for Smith out on second, but he's able to get the jump and able to advance over to third, as now the count 1-2 with 1 out. Olson with the RBI opportunity, 13 on the year, trying to add to it as the infield comes in for the Drifters. Right-hander gets the sign and comes set. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball. He's just able to get a piece of it, and we'll do it again. A nasty breaking ball from O'Connor, and somehow, some way, Olson just able to get to it. Brock Bozette is on deck. So Connor looking for a big punch out. John Olson just trying to find something through the infield. Here's the 1-2. Fastball down and away in the dirt. Stevens somehow able to get his glove to it, but the count back's even at 2-2. Olson 14 walks to 19 strikeouts on the season for him. A good battle here. The 2-2. Breaking ball, grounded right to the third baseman, Hellman. He knocks it down. The throw to first in time. A bang-bang play over at first. Isaac McAllister with the call as John Olson's retired for out number 2. Olson was moving it down that first base line. Hellman's throw beats him to the bag by a hair, as now there's 2 gone for Brock Bozette. Bozette 1 for 1 after an infield single. First pitch to him. He's right on it. When he fouls it straight back, it's 0-1. He singled. Then it was a throwing error by Trevor Antonsen, the second baseman, that brought in the game's first run. Nick Miller scoring all the way from second back an inning ago. Black Bears already with 7 hits here today. The 0-1. Fastball inside out. Swing into right field for a base hit. Austin Smith will come in to score as Brock Bozette picks up his 10th RBI on the year, and the Black Bears lead 4-0. Bozette now with his 4th multi-hit game on the year as the inning continues for the 9-hitter Brady Majewski. Good example there by Bozette, not trying to do too much. First pitch. Majewski shows bunt, gets it down at the third base line. Hellman charging in, gloves at the throw to first, well late. Bunt single for Brady Majewski in his return to the Black Bears lineup. He'll put runners on first and second with 2 outs for Ben Ziegler on the top of the order. Not sure that Hellman was expecting that with 2 outs. And the second baseman able to show off the speed. As now the lineup card turns over for the 3rd time today and has many innings. Ben Ziegler, 0 for 1, a walk and a pop out for the freshman from Wailuku, Hawaii. Black Bears lead 4-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Righty on lefty matchup, first pitch to Ziegler. The breaking ball a little high for ball number 1. Ziegler with a pair of hits last night after he had a 10-game hit streak snapped on Wednesday. First time he was held off the base pass as well. The 1-0 pitch misses in the dirt. 2-0 now the count. The Drifters a day off yesterday. Got to the ballpark around 5:30 today. As the right-hander comes set. Here's the 2-0. Ziegler fouls it off to the left side. 2-1 now the count. Ziegler a big hack there. 5 strikeouts in the series against the Pickles, now up to 18 on the year. With that OBP sitting at 458. Hitting just below 500 over his last 10 games at 487. The runner on second is Bozette. The runner at first, Majewski. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, a run already in. Here's the pitch. A 12-6 curveball drops over the heart of the plate. It's 2-2. Black Bears looking for their 2nd straight win. The first time in a week. The last time before that was back all the way in the 2nd weekend of June. Black Bears getting off to a 7-2 start. Since then, though, 6-14. The 2-2 pitch. Half-hearted swing. They say you went around. It's in the dirt. Stevens gets up from his crouch, tosses it down to Chris at first for out number 3, and the side is retired. But the Black Bears able to tack on another run. They score 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. Through 3 here at Story Field, the Black Bears leading 4-0. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
Call the guard that's weather guard.
Call the guard that's weather guard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
577-7200.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
Just call the guard that's weather guard.
Just call the guard that's weather guard.
Just call the guard that's weather guard. Weather guard!
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200. Weather guard!
Black Bears get another run in the bottom of the 3rd inning as we head to the top of the 4th on Friday evening in the first game of this 3-game set between the Drifters and the Black Bears. Raul Harada will face off against 5, 6, and 7. Cade Chris, Dominic Hellman, and Taylor Holder. Black Bears picking up the run on the RBI single by Brock Bozette in the bottom of the 3rd as Chris digs in from the right side. First pitch from Raul is off the end of the bat and foul for strike number 1. It's a big series here this weekend for both teams. Cowlitz sitting 5th in the South Division of the West Coast League at 13-16, the 0-1. Breaking ball ends up clipping Chris as he reaches now. He's now reached in his last 5 games as a leadoff man on once again here for the Drifters today. So now the leadoff man on as they'll bring in Dominic Hellman with no outs and runner over at first in the top of the 4th inning. With the Black Bears at 13-16, Springfield at 12-18. Black Bears game and a half up on Springfield. It's the first pitch. The breaking ball on the outside corner to Hellman. It's 0-1. Hellman walked on 5 pitches back in the 2nd inning. Was stranded at second after Raul Harada able to dance out. Harada, a quick look over at first, has Chris back in. 1 for 1 on stolen bases here this season. With the Black Bears with a win tonight, the 0-1. Off the end of the bat, popped up down the right field line. Olsen giving chase. That's going to end up a souvenir. Counts even, rather 0-2. The Black Bears taking 2 or 3 in the first one. You want to have that head-to-head tiebreaker. If both these teams end up potentially battling for one of the virtual wild card spots in the West Coast League playoffs. Harada's 0-2. Fastball. Hellman just able to spoil it off, and we'll do it again. You want to get that head-to-head tiebreaker. You do not want to go into some of the secondary tiebreakers. It really can go anywhere from there. Good lead over at first for Chris as he's just able to get back in with the dive. Right-hander warming up for the Black Bears. Looks like Carson Engeroth getting loose out in the left field bullpen. Here's the 0-2. Slider. Hellman just able to lay off. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 8th game for the Mill Creek, Washington native. The pitch, fastball laced into left. On the run is Halverson, and this one gets down and skips by him all the way to the short wall. Rounding second and heading for third is Chris. He's going to get the green light. Here comes a throw from Bozette. The tag by Arnone, and they have him out by multiple steps, but Arnone drops it. Almost another flawless relay for the second night in a row for the Black Bears, but Alec Arnone can't hang on. And the Drifters are on the board here in the top of the 4th inning on the RBI double by Dominic Hellman. Last night it went Ziegler to Bozette to Aaron Parker, able to gun out Nick Upstill to end the bottom of the 1st last night. Tonight, almost the same thing. Here's Taylor Holder, barrels this one to center. Ziegler back towards the track to the wall, make the catch just in front of the shed. Tagging up from second is Hellman as he'll stop at third. The ball skips away into the middle of the infield, but no advance from the runner. So a fly out for Taylor Holder, but it advances the runner to third as now an RBI opportunity for Matt Keatnar. Ziegler had to run a long way. Holder drove that ball all the way to the base of the wall. Tough task here at Story Field. Haven't seen a ball go off the wall out in center yet. I haven't seen a home run to straightaway center as well. Matt Keatnar, a walk in his first plate appearance. First pitch from Harada misses down and away for ball number 1. Hellman at third after picking up his 5th RBI in the year. Keatnar, the Pepperdine commit, walked back in the 2nd inning. The 1-0. He's swinging and chops it foul up the third base line. Counts even at a ball and a strike. So Harada now trying to limit the damage to just 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Black Bears trying to win it here tonight to at least force the split. The 1-1, a ground ball to Miller. He knocks it down, but he's not going to have a play as that one skips out of his glove. It's going to be an error on Miller, the first one of the day for the Black Bears. Their 34th on the year. It's going to put runners on the corners here, and the tying run's going to come to the plate in Nate Stevens. That will bring out Alan Embry, and that might be the day for Raul Harada. with Engeroth warming up in the left field bullpen. Embry going to take the ball from Harada, and that's going to be the day for him. With the run already in, runners on the corners and one gone. We have a pitching change here in the top of the fourth inning. Carson Engeroth coming in. When we come back, you're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixler.com.
It's coyote season here at Cowlitz River Rigging. You might be asking yourself, what does that mean?
It means haying, cutting, mowing, moving, plowing, sowing, pushing, pulling, digging, ripping, tilling, towing season.
Coyote tractors are fuel efficient, rugged, and ready to work.
Stop in at the Grown Man's Candy Store and test drive a Coyote tractor today.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Hi, it's Jess.
And Bobby checking in from the Grown Man's Candy Store. I'm sure we can all agree that Mother Nature has been a little, unpredictable this year.
To say the least, but one thing you can predict is steel's power and reliability.
At Cowlitz River Rigging, we carry a wide variety of superior steel, gas, and battery-powered equipment to get all your jobs done.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Your Cowlitz Black Bears are back at Story Field this summer. Get out and join your neighbors for family-friendly fun. A Black Bears baseball game is a perfect reason to meet with friends and coworkers. Black Bears baseball is made possible by Peace Health, Fiber Federal Credit Union, Pacific Tech Construction, Bob's Sporting Goods, McDonald's in Longview and Woodland, and the Bud Clary Auto Group. Don't miss a single inning of Black Bears baseball. Tickets at the gate or right now at cowlitzblackbears.com.
One out in the top of the fourth inning, and runners on the corners, and Alan Embry makes a call to the bullpen as he brings in the future Utah Tech trailblazer, Carson Engeroth, coming into this game, relieving Raul Harada, making his fifth appearance on the year, 0-1 with a 5.78 ERA for the former Umpqua Community College hurler. Last time out, 3 innings against the North Paws, 1 hit and 3 strikeouts last Saturday in the Black Bears' 5-2 loss, as he'll face off against 9 in the top of the order, coming up in a 4-1 game in the top of the fourth inning, as Nate Stevens will dig in. Grounded out to John Olson with the bases loaded to end the second in his first plate appearance. Righty on lefty matchup. Engeroth's first pitch. Stevens shows bunt, gets under it, pops it up. Arnone giving chase over by the on-deck circle, and he slides. And it's just going to be a little too far away as it's strike number 1 to Stevens. Give you the partial line on Raul Harada. 3 1/3, 4 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts for him. Shortest outing of the year for him this year in a start. And gone at least 4 innings over his 5 starts this year. The 0-1 shows bunt once again. He gets it down up the first base line. Olson will take it himself to the bag as the runner coming in to score from third is Hellman as the squeeze works. And the lead is cut in half. It's now 4-2 in favor of the Black Bears. Quintana advances up to second with the top of the order coming up, as it'll be Jalen Ray to dig in with 2 outs and runner on second, with the Black Bears leading 4-2. Stevens able to get the bunt down, so he picks up RBI number 7. Righty on righty matchup, first pitch from Engeroth. High and in with the heater, it's 1-0. Ray 1 for 2 here today. Fly out in his first plate appearance, then singled an inning ago. Drifters with 4 hits this evening so far. The 1-0 pitch. Right back up the middle for a base hit. Stopping at third is Quintana as Ziegler gets it back in quickly. And it's going to put runners on the corners here in the top of the fourth inning. Ray scorched that ball back up the middle. Now a 6 multi-hit game on the year. So this inning extends for the second baseman, Trevor Antonsen. So big opportunity here for the Drifters. Tying run standing over at first base. Here with 2 gone and 2 runs already in. And Tonson will dig in. 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the first and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the third. First pitch from Engeroth. He swings over the top of a breaking ball. It's 0-1 to the junior from Wilsonville, Oregon, hitting below the Mendoza line this season. Came in today hitting 195, pair of doubles, a home run, and 3 RBIs. Engeroth set the pitch. Another breaking ball. This one misses high. Counts even at 1-1. Engeroth, a starter by trade. He's now picked up a couple of relief outings. He was virtually untouchable last weekend. The pitch, he dots the outside corner with the heater. It's 1-2. He was able to bounce back after that outing in Victoria back on June 28th. Only got 1 out, allowing 7 earned runs. Engeroth's 1-2. Fastball, got him looking on the outside corner for strike number 3. And the side is retired. So Carson Engeroth gives up a run on the sacrifice bunt by Nate Stevens. That will be charged to Raul Harada, but he limits the damage to 2 as the Drifters, they score 2 runs here in the top of the 4th inning on 2 hits, 1 error, and they leave 2 left on. We head to the bottom of the 4th. The Black Bears leading 4-2. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
If you are active military or a veteran, law enforcement, fire, or medical personnel.
It's baseball season, and Peace Health is excited to return as a sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears as they vie for the Western League Championship. Black Bears games make a great family event. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark for fresh air, sunshine, fun, friends, and all the thrills of Black Bears baseball. As the largest health provider in Cowlitz County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty or emergency care. Peace Health and the Cowlitz Black Bears, 2 great teams.
And just a reminder, there is still...
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab Tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
The Cowlitz Black Bears.
The left fielder, number 13, Khaled Halverson.
4-2 your score going to the bottom of the 4th at Story Field. Callan Halverson to lead things off. The first pitch from O'Connor. He's swinging at a breaking ball, chops over to third baseman Hellman, deflects off his glove, and Halverson will reach. So a couple of misplays on this turf infield by the Drifters as Halverson, the leadoff man, is on. Black Bears have had their leadoff man on in all 4 innings. We have to see what they'll score that. It's a tough play. Hellman coming in and across his body, and they call it an error. So the second error here today for the Drifters. Canton showing bunt. Gets it down, but foul. It's 0-1. That was one of those in-between plays that Halverson, a lot of speed. It was going to be a tough play over at third regardless with how that ball was hit. Well, they charged Hellman with an error, so now 2 errors on the day for the Drifters, now up to 49 on the year. Cannon's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. The pitch, fastball, goes the other way with it into shallow left center. Going back is Ray. He will be called off by the left fielder, Justice, who dives and makes the catch for out number 1. Justice, the left fielder, making the snag at the last possible second as Cannon's retired for the first time today. So 2 uneasy plays for the Drifters defensively here in this shutdown inning for Dylan O'Connor. As that'll bring in the catcher, Alec Arnone. Arnone's 1 for 2, a single and a fly out for him. Righty on righty matchup, first pitch. He's swinging, drives this one into center. Coming in is Holder, settling under to make the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Dylan O'Connor. Could be 3. As now they'll bring up Austin Smith here with 2 gone.
And here comes
Give you the final line on Raul Harada, the starter today for the Black Bears. Harada 3 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So they'll bring in Austin Smith, 1 for 2 on the day for him, a hit now of 8 of his last 11. First pitch, he takes on the outside corner at the belt for strike number 1. Smith the single in the 3rd, came in to score on the RBI single by Brock Bozette. Smith's coming to score now 8 times here this year. The 0-1. Breaking ball high and away. It's 1-1. Smith now a hit in each of his last 2 games after going 2 for 4 on Wednesday. He was held hitless back in game number 1 in Portland. Good lead over at first for Halverson, the 1-1. Fastball laced into center. Coming in is Holder, and he'll make the catch on the line for out number 3. And it's a quick shutdown inning for Dylan O'Connor here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Black Bears, they score. No runs on no hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the 5th at Story Field, 4-2 Black Bears. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Here at Fiber Federal Credit Union, we're just like any other family. Sometimes you like getting together for a big old family shindig. Other times it would be really great if that family shindig could just be virtual. At Fiber Federal, we always love seeing you at any of our 16 locations. But don't feel like you need to see us face-to-face all the time. With online and mobile banking, mobile deposits, our nationwide network of ATMs, and 24/7 call center, you can visit us anytime, anywhere. And now, several locations feature ITMs with virtual representatives for basic transactions, like withdrawals, cash and check deposits, transfers, loan payments, and balance inquiries. That saves you time for more important things, like seeing your mother in person. She told us to say that. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union. FICOM, member NCUA.
Call. Dane Frazier to lead things off in the top of the 5th. First pitch he sees from Carson Engeroth. There's a breaking ball in the outside corner for strike number 1. Black Bears doubling up the Drifters, 4-2 in the top of the 5th inning. Frazier here today, he's 1 for 2, a double to right center his last time up. The 0-1 from Engeroth, a little too far outside. Counts even at 1-1 to the Oklahoma Wesleyan commit, the NAIA school, after spending the past couple of years at Yakima Valley College. The 1-1. Fastball fouled back to the screen. It's 1-2. Speaking of Yakima Valley, just saw on Twitter that the bench is cleared between them and the Ridgefield Raptors. Not sure why, but the bench is cleared there in Yakima Valley. Here comes the 1-2 from Engeroth. Fastball hit hard over the head of Bozette into left center for a base hit. Dane Frazier, 5th multi-hit game for him here this year as the leadoff man is on for Jordan Justice. Nice piece there by Dane Frazier on the fastball center cut. As now they'll bring up Jordan Justice, who's 1 for 2 today. 15 hits combined. We're only in the 5th inning. Here in game number 1 of 3 this weekend. Right-hander Engeroth working from the stretch. First pitch. Fastball at the letters, calling for strike number 1. Justice a single lead off the 2nd, then struck out to end the 3rd. For the sophomore heading to Lewis Clark State College after spending the past couple of years at Everett. Here's the 0-1. Almost hits him as he has to turn out of the way. Counts even at a ball and a strike. Ridgefield versus Yakima Valley, Corvallis and Bend, Portland and Walla Walla. And of course here, the Black Bears and the Drifters. All teams staying within the division here for this weekend set. 1-1. Curveball belted to center. Ziegler going back, turning around, twisting. This one's down. It bangs up against the wall. Rounding second and heading for third is Frazier. As pulling into second is Jordan Justice with his third double on the year. And it's 2 runners in scoring position with the tying run standing on second here in the top of the 5th inning. That ball was ripped off of the bat of Justice. Hard contact here against Engeroth early on. That's now Cade Christ with the opportunity. You're still at no outs in the top of the 5th inning. 7th hit of the day for the Drifters as the right-hander digs in. 0 for 1. Popped out in foul territory and is hit by a pitch. First pitch from Engeroth at the knees with the heater. It's 0-1. Second extra base hit for the Drifters coming off the bat of Jordan Justice. This Drifters team almost been trying to pepper that shed out in center. The 0-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Black Bears in the first series between these two teams. They dominated game number 1. Winning 11-6. And the Black Bears dropped the first game of the doubleheader 4-2 before the 8-7 comeback victory. The 0-2, a little too far outside there from Engeroth. Counts a ball and a strike. 2 strikes. Since then, though, a long time has passed. Black Bears have not won a series since the Walla Walla Sweet Series back in the second weekend of June. Trying to change that here this weekend back home. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball hit sharply into left field for a base hit. Frazier in to score. Now coming in from second as Halverson bobbles it is Justice, and we're tied up at 4 in the top of the 5th inning on the RBI base knock by Cade Christ. So we're back at square one. Chris picking up RBIs 8 and 9 on the year as Brady Corrigan will come out to talk to the right-hander Engeroth. This pitching staff has been so good over the last 6 games, allowing 5 runs or less, but have given up 4 now here in 4+ innings. Still no outs here in the top of the 5th inning with Dominic Hellman coming to the plate. 6:35 tomorrow for game number 2. And then 1:05 Sunday matinee here at Story Field for game number 3, which is going to turn out to potentially be a big series here at the beginning of the second half. Now meeting is adjourned as an arm starting to get warm out in the left field bullpen for the Black Bears. Looks like Brandon Wedge starting to get moving out in the left field bullpen. Engeroth working from the stretch. Takes a peek over at Chris at first. First pitch to Dominic Hellman. On the outside corner at the knees for strike number 1. Engeroth has been throwing a lot of strikes here after he came in for Raul Harada with 1 out in the top of the 4th. The 0-1 pitch. Same spot, same result. It's 0-2. That heater right at the knees. Engeroth trying to live there. Hellman here today, 1 for 1, a double back an inning ago. Here's the 0-2. Fastball. Rocketed into right. Smith going back. He'll make the catch for out number 1. So Engeroth able to find out number 1. Still hard hit off of the bat of Hellman. As now they'll bring in the bottom 3 of the order and Taylor Holder. Holder today, he's 0 for 2 as he digs in from the right side with 1 out and a runner on first. Tied up at 4 in the top of the 5th inning. Shadows starting to creep in as the sun starts to set in left. Engeroth, first pitch, a breaking ball. Holder skies it into right. Going back is Smith to the track. They'll get there at the base of the wall to make the catch for out number 2. Holder sending that one all the way to the warning track out in right field. Another piece of good contact, but now there's 2 gone on, 2 straight F9s for Matt Quintana. Quintanar's 0 for 1, a walk back in the second, then reached on an error in the 4th. 5th game for the Pepperdine commit. The right-hander comes set, the first pitch. Catches the outside corner with the heater. It's 0-1. Christ over at first, 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts here this season. So we're in the middle innings in the first game of this 3-game set. The 0-1. Fouled back. It's 0-2. Black Bears will have 6, 7, and 8. Miller, Olson, and Bozette coming up in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Black Bears scored the first 4 here today. 2 runs in the 4th, 2 runs here in this inning for Springfield. Have knotted this one up. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. The pitch. Fastball a little high. Keaton are able to hold off. 1 strikeout on the year for him so far. Engeroth looking to keep it at 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. The 1-2. The fastball just missing down and away. It's now 2-2. Drifters, 8 hits here today, coming in second to last in the league in team average at a .221 clip. Only team behind them, the Kamloops Northpaws. The 2-2. Fastball just misses a little low, and it's a full count here. Nate Stevens, the catcher, on deck here in the top of the 5th inning. Runner at first, Chris, will be moving on the pitch. Engeroth looking to avoid his first walk here today. The right-hander from Salt Lake City's ready. Payoff pitch. Fastball. Keaton gets under it, straight up the chute. Arnone tossing the mask. He'll squeeze it for out number 3, and the side is retired. But Springfield able to tie it up here in the 5th inning. They score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 1 runner left on base. Halfway home at Story Field, tied up at 4. You're listening to Cowlitz, Black Bears Baseball.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200. Weather Guard.
It's coyote season here at Cowlitz River Rigging. You might be asking yourself, what does that mean?
It means haying, cutting, mowing, moving, plowing, sowing, pushing, pulling, digging, ripping, tilling, towing season.
Coyote tractors are fuel efficient, rugged, and ready to work.
Stop in at the Grown Man's Candy Store and test drive a Coyote tractor today.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Black Bears knotted up with the Drifters as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Story Field. The Drifters able to put up 2 runs in the top half of the inning off of Carson Engeroth, the single by Dane Fraser, the double by Jordan Justice, and then Kate Christ. But brought them both in on the 2 RBI single. So the Black Bears some work to do here against Dylan O'Connor, who has been virtually untouchable since coming into this game for Diego Chavez. Nick Miller to lead things off, 1 for 2 here today. First pitch he sees. He takes on the inside corner for strike number 1. Black Bears, 4 runs on 9 hits and an error today. The Drifters, 4 runs on 8 hits and a pair of errors. The 0-1. Breaking ball. Miller chases in the dirt. It's quickly 0-2 here to the Black Bears' third baseman this evening, hitting .310 on the year. 2 doubles, a triple, and 6 RBIs for the LCC Red Devil. Good to see him back in the lineup after missing the past week and a half. Here's the 0-2. He's able to lay off the breaking ball. O'Connor trying to go back to the same pitch. Miller learning from the previous pitch. 7 walks to 7 strikeouts on the year for Miller, now into his 13th game this season. 30th game for the Black Bears this summer. Into the second half, The 1-2. Miller just able to lay off the high heater. Counts even at 2-2. Black Bears have not had an easy schedule over the first half. Playing Corvallis, Ridgefield, Bend, the Pickles, all teams in front of them in the South Division. The 2-2 pitch. The curveball misses high, and it's a full count here to the leadoff man, Nick Miller. John Olson in the on-deck circle. The Black Bears have had their leadoff man on in every inning. O'Connor's not issued a walk. Here's the payoff pitch. Miller thinks he fouled it off his front foot, as it's going to be a late time call from the umpires. Dylan O'Connor feeling that like it wasn't. Nothing was called by the umpires. Nick Miller, though, knew it immediately, as now he'll dig back in with a payoff pitch coming up once again. Right-hander working from the stretch. His payoff pitch. Cut on and miss for strike number 3 on the breaking ball in the dirt. Stevens keeps it in front of him as he takes a few steps, throws it to the inside part of first for out number 1. So Miller now 1 for 3 today, as there's one gone for John Olson. First time that the Black Bears had their leadoff man held off the base pass.
First baseman number 47, John Olson.
Olson's 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. Trying to extend his hit streak to 6 games for the Ventura College Pirates. Ready on ready matchup with one gone. The pitch. Breaking ball. That's tapped foul over towards the Black Bears dugout. It's 0-1. Olson 9 for his last 34 at the plate. RBI in 3 of his last 5, the 0-1 pitch. Chases a slider outside, and it's 0-2. He hit a fly ball down the right field line that ended up just tailing foul. And also would have brought in Austin Smith, and Olson would have picked up RBI number 14. But now he has to protect here with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. Tying up at 4. Pitch. Slider lofted in the center, coming on his Holder. He'll get there to make the catch for out number 2. Holder's been active out there in center here today. Now there's 2 gone for Brock Bozette. Bozette, 2 for 2 with an RBI single back in the 3rd. Now into double digits at 10. RBI in the last 2 for him as well, after a solo shot to left at Walker Stadium a night ago. Black Bears winning 4-2. Alex Brady picking up the save. First pitch. Curveball. Bozette fists this one down the right field line. It's a fair ball. Bozette now 3 for 3 with 3 singles here today, as the Black Bears get a 2-out base runner for the 9-hitter Brady Majeski. Simple approach for Brock Bozette, and it's worked here today. As now Majeski will come to the plate. Reached on a bunt back in the 3rd, dropped it down the 3rd base line. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch that he sees. He's swinging and comes up empty. It's 0-1. He lined out in his first plate appearance on the first pitch. Got the bunt down on the first pitch of the previous at-bat. Bozette with the lead over at first. The right-hander O'Connor at the belt. The pitch runs high and in. Stevens jumping up from his crouch to make that snag. Counts even at a ball and a strike. 5th game for Majeski, the freshman from Mount Hood. Went 4 for 11 in the series against Springfield back at the beginning of the year. He then played a game against Kamloops. So 1-1 fouled back. It's 1-2. Played in a game against the North Paws, but then after that, that was it for him. But now coming back after the departure of Ethan Stacy. 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Bottom 5. Tied up at 4. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball through the left side for a base hit. Brady Majeski now 2 for 3 here today. So he picks up the base knock. He's going to put runners on first and second now with 2 outs for Ben Ziegler. The bottom two in the order, now 5 for 6 here today. They have almost half of the Black Bears' hits, as now will be Ben Ziegler. Came up in a similar situation back in the third with Bozette on second and Majeski at first, but he went down swinging. O'Connor in a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the fifth. Righty on lefty matchup, first pitch. High and away for ball number 1. Black Bears trying to get those 2 runs right back after the Drifters tied it up in the top half of the inning. Right-hander working from the stretch, set from the first base side, the 1-0. Cut on and missed. Ziegler pulling off the heater. It's 1-1. Ziegler's 0 for 2 today. Walked back in the first, popped out in the second, and struck out in the third. O'Connor doing a nice job being able to settle down this Black Bears lineup that picked up 6 hits against the starter today, Diego Chavez. 1-1. Down and away, called for strike number 2 as it pops out of the glove of Stevens. So now Ziegler at to protect. 19 Ks on the year and 19 games for him. Bozette on second with Majeski at first. Black Bears have speed. Ziegler can try to find something to the outfield. The 1-2, cut on and miss for strike number 3, and the side is retired. So Dylan O'Connor, after giving up a pair of 2-out singles, able to work around as the Black Bears. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. They have 2 runners left on base. We head to the 6th in Longview, tied up at 4. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball.
Heading over to first, and we got Ian going to second.
Hi, it's Jess.
And Bobby checking in from the Grown Man's Candy Store. I'm sure we can all agree that Mother Nature has been a little, unpredictable this year.
To say the least, but one thing you can predict is steel's power and reliability.
At Cowlitz River Rigging, we carry a wide variety of superior steel, gas, and battery-powered equipment to get all your jobs done.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Your Cowlitz Black Bears are back at Story Field this summer. Get out and join your neighbors for family-friendly fun. A Black Bears baseball game is a perfect reason to meet with friends and coworkers. Black Bears baseball is made possible by Peace Health, Fiber Federal Credit Union, Pacific Tech Construction, Bob's Sporting Goods, McDonald's in Longview and Woodland, and the Bud Clariato Group. Don't miss a single inning of Black Bears baseball. Tickets at the gate or right now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Sixth inning here at Story Field. Tied up at 4 between the Black Bears and the Drifters, and the first of 3 this weekend between the two sides. Carson Engeroth back out. Second full inning for him. He'll deal with 9, 1, and 2. Nate Stevens, Jalen Ray, and Trevor Antonsen. After Dylan O'Connor able to punch out Ben Ziegler with 2 on in the bottom of the 5th. As Nate Stevens will lead things off. First pitch he sees. Called a strike on the inside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. Stevens 0 for 1. Ground out to John Olson in the second. Then got a bunt down up the first base line on a safety squeeze. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled straight back off of the pole. It's 0-2. Stevens hitting 167. 4 doubles, 6 RBIs for the Washington State Cougar. Started off at Arkansas, transferred to Johnson Community College in Kansas. We're at 362 back in 2021. Played in 9 games for the Cougars this past year, went 1 for 10 at the plate. He's 4 for 34 over his last 10 games. Coming off a 0 for night back on Wednesday against Victoria. Comes the 0-2 from Engeroth. Fastball slapped into left, down for a base hit. Nate Stevens now 1 for 2 here today. As he picks up the base knock. And the leadoff man on once again. Leadoff man has now been on 5 out of 6 times here today. That'll bring it to the top of the order, and Jalen Ray. Ray a single off of Engeroth last time up, as this looks like it might be the day for the right-hander, as Alan Embry is going to make the signal, and that's going to be it for Carson Engeroth. He'll depart the game in the top of the 6th inning with no outs and a runner at first, tied up at 4. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab Tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are back and ready for you at Story Field. It's another summer of family-friendly fun. Plus, the Black Bears can host your birthday party, after-work get-together, or even your nonprofit can host a night and make extra money for your organization. Create a summer of great family memories with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Don't miss a single inning of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball with special events all summer long. See the schedule online, get tickets at the gate, or right now at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Here at Fiber Federal Credit Union, we're just like any other family. Sometimes you
With no outs and runner at first, Alan Embry makes the call to the bullpen for the 3rd time today, as he'll bring in the right-hander from Chaffey College, Brandon Wedge, making his 8th appearance on the year for the Apple Valley, California native. A 3.48 ERA for the right-hander over 20 2/3, 17 hits, 7 walks, and 23 strikeouts. Last time he threw was last Friday in Kamloops in the 13-4 victory. Picked up a 9-out save. Going the final 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. As he relieves Carson Engeroth, partial line on him. Inning 2/3, 5 hits, no walks, and 1 strikeout for the right-hander. Is now the top of the order coming up for the Drifters here in the top of the 6th inning. We're tied up at 4 here in the 4th game between these two this season. Black Bears leading the season series 2-1 after the first series of the year went in favor of the Black Bears. Jalen Ray is going to be the first to greet him here. As now the umpires going to talk to Alan Embry. It looks like Wedge is going to have to take off his shooter sleeve that he wears on his right arm. So now the right-hander is ready. He'll deal with Jalen Ray, the shortstop. There were no outs and a runner over at first after the leadoff single by Nate Stevens. Jalen Ray, a pair of base knocks today. He's 2 for 3 for the Central Arizona Vaquero. Righty on righty matchup, first pitch. Wedge misses down and away for ball number 1. A long time away for the Black Bears, their longest road trip of the year. Those 8 games away from home, that's their longest here this year. Is the pitch. Skied into shallow right field down the line. Smith on the run, is going to dive, and he's going to make the catch. Austin Smith with the headlong dive going into foul territory. The web gem there from the recent San Diego transfer. And there's one gone. Unlucky there for Jalen Ray, but Austin Smith with a head of steam and goes headlong into foul territory to make the grab for out number 1, as that'll bring up the second baseman, Trevor Antonsen. First pitch A little too far outside from the right-hander. It's 1-0. 4-4 your score. Top half of the sixth inning. Runner on first with 1 out. Wedge trying to keep this a tie ball game. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball. Little liner caught by Wedge. He'll toss it over to Olson. A double play sorted by Brandon Wedge. And there's out number 3. Wedge able to do it himself as we head to the bottom of the sixth at Story Field, tied up at 4 between the Black Bears and the Drifters. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
577-7200.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard. Weather guard!
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200. Weather guard!
It's coyote season here at Cowlitz River Rigging. You might be asking yourself, what does that mean?
It means haying, cutting, mowing, moving, plowing, sowing, pushing, pulling, digging, ripping, tilling, towing season.
Coyote tractors are fuel efficient, rugged, and ready to work.
Stop in at the Grown Man's Candy Store and test drive a Coyote tractor today.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Two web gems by Austin Smith and Brandon Wedge move us to the bottom of the sixth at Story Field. Callan Halverson digging in from the right side. Here to lead things off against Dylan O'Connor. First pitch, the fastball misses low for ball number 1 to Halverson, who's 1 for 3 today. A single in the second, popped out in his first plate appearance, and then reached on an error in the fourth. The 1-0. Halverson just able to lay off on the high and in heater. It's 2-0 now to the Guthrie, Oklahoma native. Dylan O'Connor has been great so far. 3 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run, and 3 strikeouts. 2-0, get me over fastball. It's 2-1. Black Bears put up their 4 runs, 3 in the second, 1 in the third. Springfield 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 2-1. Halverson takes low, 3-1 now the count. Black Bears have gotten their leadoff man on 4 out of 5 times today. Only time last inning. Nick Miller struck out, 3-1 pitch, a fastball on the inside corner, belt high. It's a full count to the leadoff man for the second straight inning. Sam Can, the designated hitter, on deck. The right-hander O'Connor set. Payoff pitch. Fastball, hard chopper, backing up on his Hellman. A long throw, skips it across the ground, and it's in time for out number 1. Isaac McAllister right there for the call. Halverson is out number 1 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hellman backing up on that baseball. Almost just skipped it across the turf infield here at Story Field. Now they'll bring up Sam Canton with 1 gone. Sun going down beyond left field. Only part of the field that really has sunlight left is over at first base. We've seen some first basemen have trouble here this year as the first pitch to Canton. He takes over the heart of the plate for strike number 1. We've seen first basemen struggle with the sun going down. Any ball really hit to the shortstop. Throw coming in right in your eyesight. The 0-1. The curveball drops in. It's 0-2. So now Can will have to protect 2 for 3 here today for the Gonzaga Bulldog. O'Connor is 0-2. Cut on a miss for strike number 3. Looked like O'Connor might have taken a little something off that one as he had Canton out in front, and there's 2 gone here quickly. So that'll bring in Alec Arnone with the bases empty, tied up at 4 in the bottom of the 6th inning. As the catcher will dig in. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball outside for ball number 1 to Arnone. 1 for 3 here today, an infield single in the first, and a fly out to right and a fly out to center. And his next 2 at-bats. Here's the 1-0. Arnone smacks this one to center. Going back on it is Holder. He'll make the catch for out number 3, and it's a 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th inning. For the right-hander, Dylan O'Connor. We head to the 7th at Story Field, tied up at 4 between the Drifters and the Black Bears. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab Tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are back and ready for you at Story Field. It's another summer of family-friendly fun. Plus, the Black Bears can host your birthday party, after-work get-together, or even your nonprofit can host a night and make extra money for your organization. Create a summer of great family memories with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Don't miss a single inning of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball with special events all summer long. See the schedule online, get tickets at the gate, or right now at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Head to the final 3 frames in Longview on Friday evening, tied up at 4 between the Black Bears and the Drifters. Dylan O'Connor, after coming in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd, he has been able to keep this Black Bears lineup at bay, only allowing 1 earned run. As now Brandon Wedge trying to come in relief and match him. And at the top of the 7th inning, 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Drifters. As will be Dane Frazier, Jordan Justice, and Cade Christ. 20 hits in this game, but only 8 runs. Between both teams, 3 errors combined as well. As Dane Frazier will dig in. 2 for 3 here today for the Oklahoma Wesleyan commit. Double back in the 3rd, a single in the 5th, came in to score in the 2 RBI double by Cade Christ that tied us up back in that top of the 5th inning. Brandon Wedge in for a clean inning. First pitch from him. This is well high for ball number 1. Frazier now with 5 multi-hit games here this season as the 1-0. Cut on a miss. He's behind on the heater. Counts even at 1-1. Came in today hitting .273. Now up to 5 doubles on the year, a home run and 11 RBIs for the sophomore. 730 OPS. The 1-1. This is just a little high there from Wedge. 2-1 now the count. Frazier 11 for 40 over his last 10 games coming into tonight. The 2-1. Popped up. Straight back and out of play. Counts even at 2-2. Jordan Justice, the left fielder on deck. As Wedge looking for his first punch out. Here comes the 2-2. Curveball. Got him looking on the outside corner for strike number 3. Dane Frazier goes down looking to lead off the 7th as there's 1 gone. Wedge dropping in the 12-6 breaking ball on the outside corner. Don't think Frazier was expecting it as there's 1 gone now. And Jordan Justice digging in from the right side. Wedge working quickly. Here's the first pitch. It's a fastball on the outside corner at the belt. It's 0-1. Justice with a multi-hit game as well. Single in the second, struck out in the third, then doubled in the fifth. As the pitch, waved at for strike number 2. Wedge filling up the strike zone like he so often does, has become one of the most prominent arms in this Black Bears bullpen when Cowlitz needs outs. The 0-2. Skied on the right side and foul. We'll do it again at 0-2. As Justice just able to get the bat head to the baseball there. Wedge trying to sneak the fastball by him high and in. See if Wedge tries to drop in the breaking ball here. Here's the pitch. Comes with the heater and it misses low. It's 1-2. Justice was hitless over his last 4 coming into this evening. Now with his second multi-hit game on the year, the 1-2. Cut on and miss for strike number 3. Wedge, 2 punch-outs for him against the first 2 batters he sees here in the top of the 7th. There's 2 gone for Cade Christ. Since Wedge came in, he's retired the first 4 he's faced. Jalen Ray fly out to Austin Smith and made a web gem play. Then Brandon Wedge fielding the position himself. Able to catch the liner right back at him and doubling up the runner. The first pitch. A little too far outside with the heater. It's 1-0. He's able to double up Nate Stevens. And all that, Wedge was able to stick out the glove and it ended up right there. Here's the 1-0. A little too far outside. This is now 2-0 here to the first baseman tonight. 1 for 2. Chris popped out in foul territory in the second, was hit in the fourth, and later brought in 2 runs on a single to left. Here's the 2-0. Cut on a miss. Wedge pumping in the heater. It's 2-1. Right-hander warming up on the right field bullpen for the Drifters. It's the 2-1. Just off the outer half. 3-1 now the count. Wedge this season's only walked 7. It's a 3-1. He chases a high heater, and it's a full count here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Tied up at 4 on Friday in Longview. Wedge looking for a 1-2-3 inning, trying to get the Black Bears bats back into the dugout and start heating up. Be 5, 6, and 7 for Cowlitz. Payoff pitch, and he lost him with that as he misses high with the fastball. Cade Chris on for the 3rd time today. So now the inning will continue for Dominic Hellman. So Wedge now will have to work around the 2-out walk. Don't want it to come back to haunt you. You're the right-hander from Apple Valley. Dominic Hellman today, a double back in the 4th, has reached twice. First pitch he sees, goes all the way to the backstop as it sneaks by Arnone. Advancing into scoring position is Christ. As now things start to get interesting after the first 2 batters were punched out. The walk from Chris and the fastball getting away. Puts Chris out in scoring position. Hellman with the RBI opportunity. Walk in the 2nd and a double in the 4th for him. Here's the 1-0. On the inside corner, belt high, counts even at 1-1. Hellman looking for a multi-RBI game here today. Picked up an RBI on that double back in the 4th inning. Went all the way to the wall. Relay came to the plate. Alec Arnone, the catcher, wasn't able to hang on as Chris came in to score back in the 4th. Hellman would later score on a safety squeeze, dropped down by Nate Stevens, the 1-1. Just low from the right-hander Wedge. Just below the kneecaps. It's 2-1. Hellman heading to the University of Oregon this fall. 2021 All-American Classic player for perfect game. The 2-1 fouled off on the right side, and it's 2-2. Hellman was named the Herald Net Baseball Player of the Year 2020 perfect game winner class All-American game selection as well. It's the 2-2. Curveball rolled to the shortstop, Bozet. He has it. The toss to Olsen at first is a little high. Olsen tries to apply the tag, but Hellman able to reach over at first. The throw sailed on Brock Bozet at short as now Alan Embry is going to want to talk to Isaac McAllister. From here, my vantage point, it looked like that Olsen might have been able to get the tag down. As now Embry wants McAllister to come talk to Chris Castro, the home plate umpire here this evening. A big moment in this game. This call stands, and they're going to overturn it. They're going to say that Hellman was tagged out, and the side is retired. So Brandon Wedge able to work around a 2-out walk as the Drifters, no runs on no hits, no errors. They leave one runner left in scoring position. Time to stretch at Story Field, tied up at 4 on Friday night. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Here at Fiber Federal Credit Union, we're just like any other family. Sometimes you like getting together for a big old family shindig. Other times it would be really great if that family shindig could just be virtual. At Fiber Federal, we always love seeing you at any of our 16 locations, but don't feel like you need to see us face-to-face all the time. With online and mobile banking, mobile deposits, our nationwide network of ATMs, and 24/7 call center, you can visit us anytime, anywhere. And now, several locations feature ITMs with virtual representatives for basic transactions, like withdrawals, cash and check deposits, transfers, loan payments, and balance inquiries. That saves you time for more important things, like seeing your mother in person. She told us to say that. Fiber Federal Credit Union. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit. FiberCU.com. Member NCUA.
So the call overturned to end the top of the 7th inning as Dominic Hellman grounds out. John Olsen was able to get the tag down. So we remain tied up at 4 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Austin Smith to lead things off for the Black Bears against Dylan O'Connor. First pitch. It's a curveball a little too far inside. It's 1-0 to the Black Bears right fielder here today, working on a 1-for-3 day with the web gem thrown in there as well. Beautiful diving catch going into foul territory a couple innings ago. The 1-0 fastball ripped past the dive of the second baseman Antonsen into right for a base hit. Austin Smith now picking up another multi-hit performance this year. It's now his 8th and his 5th out of his last 8 games. As the leadoff man is on, as we're going to have a pinch hitter for Nick Miller, and it's going to be the Gonzaga Bulldog, Kane Mcgee. So Nick Miller ends today 1-for-3. As now Kane Mcgee with the opportunity. As Alan Embry turns to the bench. McGee will dig in after being named a D1 baseball second-team freshman All-American earlier today. Was already a freshman All-American from Collegiate Baseball newspaper, but now McGee with the opportunity. Here are no outs and a runner at first in the bottom of the 7th inning. McGee coming into tonight hitting 161 on the campaign. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch he sees. He takes on the outer half for strike number 1. So Nick Miller now out after picking up a single and 3 at-bats. Kane Mcgee, the freshman from Gonzaga, in from the right side with Smith over at first. The 0-1. And the dirt skips away from Stevens. Smith will take second on the wild pitch. So now the RBI opportunity for McGee. He's got 4 on the year. 9 walks to 7 strikeouts for him. Went 0-for-2 last night with 2 walks. Was also hit by a pitch. He's reached base in every game he started this year. The 1-1 high and in It's 2-1. McGee went 1 for 6 in the series against the Pickles. 1 hit in his last 4 games for the Tucson, Arizona native. No outs and a runner on second. 2-1 the count in a tie game in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-1. Fastball rocketed into center. Going back is Holder towards the track. Settles under it, makes the catch. Tagging from second is Smith. The throw into third is a little wide. As Austin Smith able to tag up on the fly out from Kane Mcgee. The go-ahead run now standing 90 feet away for Brock Bozette, rather for John Olson. So big opportunity for John Olson. He thought he had an RBI earlier in this game. There was a ball that just scraped foul. Now some action. A right-hander starting to warm up in the Drifters bullpen down the right field line. Infield in here in the bottom of the 7th for the Drifters. A righty-on-righty matchup. First pitch to Olson. Fastball runs high and in for ball number 1. One-0. Catches the inside corner on the 70th pitch from Dylan O'Connor. Here in the Leaf. Starter by trade has gone 4 2/3 so far today after taking over for Diego Chavez. The 1-1. Olson just a little late on the slider, trying to stay back on it. So now he's going to have to protect as this one gets foul. It's 1-2. Olson trying to add to his 13 RBIs. Had one last night. The Black Bears 4-2 win over the Portland Pickles. The right-hander set at the belt. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball. Olson skies it down the right field line. This one's going to tail out of play over towards the Drifters bullpen. We'll do it again at 1-2. Black Bears trying to improve to 3-1 on the year against the Drifters and win their second straight game. Black Bears 6-14 in their last 20 after starting off 7-2 on the year. The right-hander comes set looking for the punch out. The pitch. Fastball ripped through the right side for a base hit. Austin Smith comes in to score as John Olson picks up RBI number 14 on the year, and he gives the Black Bears the lead once again. It's 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Olson sticking with that backside approach that has worked for him here on this year. As he reaches for the second time, the Black Bears regain the lead. It's 5-4 now with 1 out and a runner over at first. And Brock Bozette at the dish. 3 for 3 today. First pitch he sees. Skies one. Straightaway center. Holder over to his left. Drifting will make the catch for out number 2. So Bozette finally retired for the first time today. As the Drifters are having trouble keeping it off the base paths, and now they'll bring up Brady Majeski with 2 outs and a runner over at first. The Black Bears leading 5-4. Only the second time today that the bottom 2 in the order had been retired. First pitch, breaking ball in the dirt. Olson gets the read. He digs for second. The throw from Stevens is not in time as it skips off the glove of Ray, but not far enough for Olson to advance any further. As John Olson picks up the dirt ball read, he's now in scoring position. A couple times today, Nate Stevens been able to keep a ball near him, but not far enough. Black Bears very aggressive on the base paths and getting those jumps on balls in the dirt. Want to know the count, the pitch. Majeski takes high and in. It's 2-0. John Olson now picking up his 12th hit against the Drifters this year after he had 11 back on opening weekend. 2-0. On the outside corner. Nice frame by Nate Stevens behind the plate. It's 2-1. Majeski here today, 2 for 3. A line out, a bunt single, and then a single through the left side. And his first 3 plate appearances back. So he rejoined the roster yesterday in Portland. 2-1. Fastball sends it down the right field line, and this one's going to get out of play. The count's even at 2-2. Majeski hitting .333 coming into today. Now 6 for 13 against the Drifters this year, after going 4 for 11 back in that first series of league play. He now has to protect. 2-2 the count as O'Connor comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Bounces it in the dirt. Stevens able to knock this one down. No advance from Olsen out on second, and it's a full count to the 9-hitter, Brady Majeski. Ben Ziegler in the on-deck circle for the Black Bears, if it should get to him. Olsen out on second with the payoff pitch coming up. The right-hander gets the sign. Comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball misses down and in for ball number 4. Majeski on for the third time today as he draws his second walk of the year. And there's 2 on with 2 gone for the leadoff man, Ben Ziegler, as we're going to have a pinch runner, Nick Hovland, coming into the game for John Olsen out on second. You have to think that he'll be coming to the game over at first. So Hovland now will take over. It was in the original starting lineup today. It was a late scratch, but now comes in as a pinch runner. He stands on second. Brady Majeski stands over at first. And it's Ben Ziegler will now dig in from the left side. You're at 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Ziegler here today, 0 for 3 with a walk and a pair of strikeouts for the Wailuku, Hawaii native. Black Bears trying to get some insurance now, leading by 1. Ben Ziegler with 10 RBIs on the campaign. The right-hander takes a look back at Hovland at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit sharply. Sitting back on it is Ray. The throw to first beat Ziegler by half a step, and the side is retired. But the Black Bears able to take the lead in the bottom of the 7th inning on an RBI single by John Olsen. They score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 runners left on base. We head to the 8th. The Black Bears leading 5-4. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
577-7200.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard. Weather guard!
It's coyote season here at Cowlitz River Rigging. You might be asking yourself, what does that mean?
It means haying, cutting, mowing, moving, plowing, sowing, pushing, pulling, digging, ripping, tilling, towing season.
Coyote tractors are fuel efficient, rugged, and ready to work.
Stop in at the Grown Man's Candy Store and test drive a Coyote tractor today.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Hi, it's Jess.
And Bobby checking in from the Grown Man's Candy Store. I'm sure we can all agree that Mother Nature has been a little, unpredictable this year.
To say the least, but one thing you can predict is steel's power and reliability.
At Cowlitz River Rigging, we carry a wide variety of superior steel, gas, and battery-powered equipment to get all your jobs done.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Black Bears once again have the lead 5-4 as we go to the final 2 frames at Story Field. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 coming up for the Drifters against Brandon Wedge. A 1-2, rather punched out 2 in the top of the 7th inning, allowed a 2-out walk to Kate Chris, and then was able to get Dominic Hellman to ground out. Black Bears take the lead on the John Olsen RBI single in the bottom half as now Wedge pitching with the lead. First pitch coming to Taylor Holder. Fastball red past the dive of Kane Mcgee into left field for a base hit. Tough one there for Kane Mcgee after he came in as a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 7th for the first play to come scorching off of the bat like that. As the leadoff man is on, Taylor Holder on for the first time as well today. Mcgee pinch hit for Nick Miller. As now we are going to have a pinch hitter here for the Drifters.
Pinch hitting for the Drifters, number 13, Mac Moyer.
It'll be Mac Moyer. We'll dig in from the left side, hitting 200 on the year so far. Black Bears lead 5-4, top 8. Kane Mcgee in the game over at third, with Nick Hovland now in the game over at first. As Moyer will dig in from the left side. No outs here in the top of the 8th inning. The right-hander wedge comes set. Mcgee playing in, expecting bunt. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls it back as the fastball misses high. Moyer pinch hitting for Matt Keatonar, the designated hitter, who wins the day 0 for 2 with a walk. Reached base twice as he reached on an error as well. Runner over at first, Holder. A good lead over there. It's the 1-0. Shows bunt once again. He gets it down. Out in front of home plate. Arnone out of the crouch. Toss to first is in time. But the sacrifice bunt works to perfection as now the tying run standing over at second. So now the tying run standing over at second as Nate Stevens will come to the plate. Wedge trying to now dance out of this jam. And the top of the 8th. The Drifters 4 runs on 10 hits and 2 errors. Black Bears 5 runs on 13 hits and an error. Righty and lefty matchup. As Wedge takes a look back at second. First pitch to Stevens. Almost hits him as he ducks out of the way. It's 1-0. Stevens here today, 1 for 2, a single his last time up. He knocked Carson Ingeroth out of the game. Sacrifice bunt, picking up an RBI and a safety squeeze in the 4th, but grounded out with the bases loaded back in the 2nd. Bozette holding on the runner at second, the 1-0. Fastball just a little too high, 2-0 now the count. If you're Brandon Wedge, got to attack the 9-hitter Nate Stevens right here. Do not want to have 2 on for the top of the order. Stevens this year heading below the Mendoza line. 7 RBIs for him for the Waunakee, Wisconsin native. 2-0. A little too far outside. Back pick down to second. The throw. Bozette thinks he got the tag down, but the base umpire Isaac McAllister says that he did not. That throw pretty much on the money there from Arnone behind the plate, one-hopping it to Bozette out at short. With a runner Holder just able to get back in time. He represents the tying run, the go-ahead run at the plate, and Nate Stevens. 3-0 the count to him. Jalen Ray on deck, the pitch. Wedge gets the outside corner with the heater. It's 3-1. Skylar Manelski warming up for the Black Bears in the left field bullpen here in the top of the 8th inning. Wedge, the right-hander, is set. Takes a look back at Holder at second. Here's the 3-1, and it misses in the dirt for ball number 4. So the go-ahead run now on base for the Drifters here in the top of the 8th inning, as that's going to bring out Alan Embry. And that looks like it's going to be the day for Brandon Wedge. Skylar Manelski warming up, and he'll be coming in when we come back. 5-4, the Black Bears lead in the top of the 8th inning, but the go-ahead run standing over at first as Brandon Wedge departs this one. 5-4, the Black Bears lead. Here with 1 out in the top of the 8th. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball on Mixlr.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather Guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now call WeatherGuard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200. Weather Guard.
It's baseball season, and Peace Health is excited to return as a sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears as they vie for the Western League Championship. Black Bears games make a great family event. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark for fresh air, sunshine, fun, friends, and all the thrills of Black Bears baseball. As the largest health provider in Cowlitz County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty or emergency care. Peace Health and the Cowlitz Black Bears, two great teams.
Skylar Manelski coming into this one for the Black Bears, and a big opportunity for the Drifters to potentially take the lead here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 out and runners on first and second as Manelski coming in, making his league-leading 16th appearance on the year. 1-2 with a 5.14 ERA for the Shoreline Washington native. 21 innings, 5 walks to 17 strikeouts, allowing 24 hits. Last time he threw was on Wednesday. And the Black Bears 3-0 loss. Inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout for the right-hander. Faced off against Springfield twice back on opening weekend. When an inning and 2/3 combined, gave up 4 runs, 4 hits, with 1 walk in there as well. So he takes over for Brandon Wedge. Partial line for him, 2 1/3, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. As top of the order coming up, Jalen Ray digging in. First pitch. Runs inside, and it hits him. The sinker getting away from Skylar Manelski, and the bases are now loaded here in the top of the 8th inning for Trevor Antonsen. Pinch runner into the game, Isaiah Thomas, standing out on second. Former Vanderbilt Commodore, now recently committed to Oregon after spending the last year off. So now the bases are loaded with Trevor Antonsen at the plate. Hitless on the day. Hitting the 2 double plays. First pitch on the outside corner for strike number 1. Boy, could the Black Bears use another double play here. 5-4. They lead with the bases full of Drifters. Holder at third. Thomas at second and Ray at first. Manelski, his 0-1. Fouled off over towards the Drifters' dugout. It's 0-2. Antonsen today, 0 for 4. Pair of strikeouts and a pair of double plays for him. The junior, who at 287 at the University of Seattle this past season, has sprint sacked the 0-2. He's able to fight it off, and we'll do it again. Drifters have left 8 runners on base here today. The Black Bears have left a good bit as well. A lot of missed opportunities here for both sides, with the Black Bears leading 5-4. The 0-2, once again, foul straight back to the screen. A good battle here. Antonsen not giving up easily. 9 strikeouts on the year for him, coming in today hitting below the Mendoza line. Three RBIs this year after having 22 for Seattle this past season. Here's the 0-2. Fastball on the line into center. It's down for a base hit. Holder scores. Getting the green light from second is Thomas. The throw to the plate's not in time. Trevor Antonsen, a 2 RBI single as the Drifters take their first lead here this evening. It's now 6-5 in the top of the 8th inning. Antonsen, after fouling off a couple of pitches, able to drive one into center as he picks up RBIs number 4 and 5 as now the Black Bears trail. Still with 1 out and runners on first and second here in the top of the 8th. Dean Frazier digs in. First pitch from Skylar. Catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Frazier today has had a good day at the plate. 2 for 4 with the double and a single. 5 doubles, a home run, and 11 RBIs for him here today. Good lead over at second. Asmanelski will now step off and reset. Rock Bozette flashing in late there. As Frazier, the Missoula, Montana native, awaits the 0-1. In western Montana, right on I-90. Here's the 0-1. Fastball rip right to Majeski, knocks it down, tosses to Bozette at second for one. The relay to first is in time. A 4-6-3 inning-ending double play keeps the lead at 1 for the Drifters here in the top of the 8th inning. But they take the lead. They score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave 1 runner left on base. Black Bears trailing by 1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab Tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
The Cowlitz Black Bears are back and ready for you at Story Field. It's another summer of family-friendly fun. Plus, the Black Bears can host your birthday party, after-work get-together, or even your nonprofit can host a night and make extra money for your organization. Create a summer of great family memories with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Don't miss a single inning of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball with special events all summer long. See the schedule online, get tickets at the gate, or right now at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
6-5 in favor of the Drifters as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. As a new arm into the game from Everett Community College, the 6'4", 240-pound right-hander Eli Hulbert. 8th appearance for him, 0-2 with a 8.67 ERA. 1 save on the year as well. That came against Bellingham back on May 31st. 7 walks, 9 strikeouts, allowing 13 hits. Last appearance came on July 2nd, 6 days ago, in the 10-8 victory over the Pippins. 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, and a strikeout for the right-hander. So he's going to deal with the heart of this Black Bears order. Callan Halverson, Sam Cannon, Alec Arnone. The 3-2 up for the Black Bears, trailing by 1 after Springfield took the lead on an 2 RBI single by Trevor Antonsen in the top half. First pitch to Halverson. He takes on the inside corner for strike number 1. 92 miles per hour on the gun, the 0-1, tap foul, and it's 0-2. Ryan Fowler, the new catcher, into the game for the Drifters after Nate Stevens was pinch ran for in the top half of the inning. Halverson has to protect the 0-2. He's able to foul it straight back, and we'll do it again. Fowler, big kid. Good arm action as well. Here's the 0-2. A little too far outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Halverson. Reached base twice, a single in the second, and reached on an error in the 4th. Here's the 1-2. Cut on and miss for strike number 3. Halverson chasing the slider as he's out number 1 here in the top of the 8th inning. Give you the final line on Dylan O'Connor this evening. 5 1/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. You can also do some housekeeping on the Black Bears side as well. Brandon Wedge departs the game after 2 1/3 as the first pitch to Canton is called for a strike with the heater. 2 1/3, 1 hit, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. It's the pitch to Canton. Just able to foul it over towards the Black Bears dugout. It's 0-2. Canton here today, 2 for 4. Pair of singles in his first 2 plate appearances, followed up by a fly out and a strikeout. He's got to protect the pitch high and away. It's 1-2. Black Bears had 9 hits over the first 3 innings as the 1-2 just misses down and away. Counts even at 2-2. 9 hits over the first 3 innings. Since then, only 4 hits over the next 4. The 2-2 misses inside, and it's a full count. Alec Arnone, the catcher, on deck for the Black Bears here in the bottom of the 8th inning with 1 out and nobody on. Trailing 6-5. Trying to keep the season series advantage over this Drifters team. The payoff pitch. Canton sends this one high in the air to left. Going back is Justice towards the track, and he'll make the catch just in front of the wall for out number 2. Canton coming just short of his 3rd home run on the year. But now there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th. Allen now bringing Alec Arnone with 2 gone. Bottom of the 8th inning. Black Bears trailing by 1. All it takes is 1 swing of the bat to tie this one up. And they got a guy at the dish that knows a thing or two about the long ball. Alec Arnone digging in from the right side. A lot of power in that right-handed batter's box. 9 extra base hits this year. First pitch, high chopper. Ray charging in, has it on the backhand. The throw to first a little high, but not high enough as Chris makes the snag for out number 3, and it's a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th shutdown inning for Eli Holbert. We head to the 9th here at Story Field. The Black Bears trail 6-5. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
Call the guard, that's weather guard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
When it rains cats in St. Bernard.
We'll keep you dry in the rain or snow.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
577-7200.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
If you need a roof, don't look too hard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard.
Just call the guard, that's weather guard. Weather guard!
It's coyote season here at Cowlitz River Rigging. You might be asking yourself, what does that mean?
It means haying, cutting, mowing, moving, plowing, sowing, pushing, pulling, digging, ripping, tilling, towing season.
Coyote tractors are fuel efficient, rugged, and ready to work.
Stop in at the Grown Man's Candy Store and test drive a Coyote tractor today.
Cowlitz River Rigging.
1540 Industrial Way in Longview.
Depend on us.
Top 9 on Friday night at Story Field. The Drifters leading 6-5 over the Cowlitz Black Bears. That's Skylar Manelski back out. Eli Holbert, a 1-2-3 shutdown, bottom of the 8th inning. Now the Black Bears down to their final 3 outs. Manelski trying to keep this a 1-run game in the top of the 9th inning. He's going to have Jordan Justice, Cade Chris, and Dominic Hellman, 4, 5, and 6. For him to face off against, lead things off. Black Bears led 4-0 in this game. Game got tied up at 4-4 in the 5th. Black Bears took the lead in the 7th as the first pitch. Slider just misses down and away for ball number 1. Black Bears, they took a 5-4 lead in the bottom of the 7th on an RBI single by John Olson, but then a 2 RBI single with 2 strikes. Trevor Antonsen able to drive it up the middle as the 1-0. The left fielder right on as he sends it right back to the screen. It's 1-1. An RBI single up the middle after fouling off a couple of pitches. Ends up putting the Drifters up. It's the 1-1. Slider has Justice waving at it. It's 1-2. Justice today, 2 for 4. A single, a double, and a pair of strikeouts for him. Now he has to protect. Manelski set at the chest. The 1-2 pitch. The sinker rip, but right to the first baseman, Nick Hovland, who makes the snag for out number 1. Big catch there by the first baseman who came in as a pinch runner for John Olson back in the 7th. If that ball gets by him, that's extra bases. put an insurance run in scoring position, but Hovland able to make the grab as now there's one out for Cade Christ. 2 RBI single back in the 5th. That tied us up at 4 at the time. First pitch from Manelski. The sinker runs inside for ball number 1. Christ here today has reached 3 times. It's the pitch. Just a little low. 2-0 now the count. 1 for 2, but has reached base 3 times. Hit by a pitch and walked as well. After popping out in foul territory to John Olson in his first plate appearance, the 2-0 pitch. Foul tipped into the glove, held on to by Arnone. It's 2-1. 11 hits for the Drifters and 2 errors. The Black Bears 13 hits and 1 error. As Cowlitz trails by 1 in the top of the 9th inning. They're going to have to try to walk it off in the bottom half. 2-1, almost hits them. It's 3-1. The only question will be if it's still going to be a 1-run game. Manelski has been a workhorse for this Black Bears pitching staff. It's the 3-1. On the outside corner with the sinker. Chris thought about it but couldn't pull the trigger, and it's a full count. Dominic Hellman, the future Oregon Duck, in the on-deck circle. Big payoff pitch here. Manelski's 3-2. Nice job able to battle it off by Chris, and we'll do it again. Chris with the strikeout problem, though, coming into tonight. 23 strikeouts over 20 games for the Springfield native. It's a nice job battling here all day. Let's do the payoff pitch again. Here it is. And once again, it's fouled over to the screen. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up here between Manelski and Chris. Got to have it here if you're Skylar Manelski. Payoff pitch. The slider got him looking on the inside corner for strike number 3. Fooled him there, coming with the breaking ball, and Chris couldn't pull the trigger, and there's 2 gone. Manelski picks up his first strikeout in relief. Only the 7th today by Black Bears pitching. So now there's 2 gone on the top of the 9 for Dominic Hellman. First pitch he sees is the slider down and away for ball number 1. Hellman today 1 for 3 with a walk and a double on his line. Picked up an RBI, bringing in Cade Chris to get the Drifters on the board in the 4th. The 1-0 fastball fouled to the screen on the right side. Counts even at 1-1. Hellman, the incoming freshman to the University of Oregon from Mill Creek, Washington. 8th game for him. Hitting right around 300 and picking up his 5th extra base hit. The 1-1 on the outside corner. It's 1-2. Manelski 1 at pitch away from keeping this a 1-run game. Going to the bottom of the 9th inning. Black Bears will have the bottom half of the order coming up. Here's the 1-2. Fastball, jam shot on the right side. Majeski there to make the catch for out number 3. And it's a 1-2-3. Top of the 9th inning for Skylar Manelski. The Black Bears will have Austin Smith, Kane Mcgee, and Nick Hovland due up when we come back, trailing 6-5, going to the bottom of the 9th. We'll step aside. You're listening to Cowlitz Black Bears Baseball.
Your Cowlitz Black Bears are back at Story Field this summer. Get out and join your neighbors for family-friendly fun. A Black Bears baseball game is a perfect reason to meet with friends and coworkers. Black Bears baseball is made possible by Peace Health, Fiber Federal Credit Union, Pacific Tech Construction, Bob's Sporting Goods, McDonald's in Longview and Woodland, and the Bud Clariato Group. Don't miss a single inning of Black Bears baseball. Tickets at the gate or right now at blackbears.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather Guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now call WeatherGuard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200. Weather Guard.
It's baseball season, and Peace Health is excited to return as a sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears as they vie for the Western League Championship. Black Bears games make a great family event. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark for fresh air, sunshine, fun, friends, and all the thrills of Black Bears baseball. As the largest health provider in Cowlitz County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty or emergency care. Peace Health and the Cowlitz Black Bears, two great teams.
One last chance for the Black Bears in the bottom of the ninth inning, trailing 6-5 here on Friday night in Longview. The Black Bears will have Austin Smith, Kane Mcgee, and Nick Hovland as the last chance against the new arm into the game. It'll be Zach Chonkich, the Pepperdine product from Redlands, California, making his 8th appearance on the year, trying to get his 2nd save this season. A 1.42 ERA over 6 1/3. 5 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Last time he threw was 6 days ago against Yakima Valley. 3rd of an inning, getting 1 out. First pitch to Smith. He's swinging, fouls it up, and this one's going to get out of play over the Black Bears dugout for strike number 1. So nice job by the setup man, Eli Holbert. 1 inning in relief, no hits, no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. The pitch, Smith rips it, backhanded attempt by Antonsen, who knocks it down, gets to his feet, the throw not in time. The tying run on here in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Black Bears on the 2nd error of the day by Trevor Antonsen. And that will bring the winning run to the plate, Kane Mcgee. Mcgee came in as a pinch hitter for Nick Miller back in the 7th. Sent one to the warning track in center. First pitch he sees from Chonkich on the inside corner at the knees for strike number 1. The Black Bears have been in so many 1-run games, 2-run games here this season. I've ended up on the wrong side of it. Trying to avoid that here once again tonight. The 0-1. Fastball on the outside corner at the knees. It's 0-2. Mcgee will now have to protect. Only 7 strikeouts on the year for him. Chonkich gets the sign, comes set at the belt. Here's his 0-2. Fastball. Mcgee just able to spoil it off on the check swing, and we'll do it again. Chonkich has 1 save, came against Corvallis back on June 30th. Got the final 3 outs, walking 1 and striking out 1. Here's the 0-2 once again. Just a little too far off the outer half. That's Mcgee, a veteran take there from the freshman. Just named to the D1 Baseball 2nd Team Freshman All-American today. Here's the 1-2. Cut on and miss for strike number 3. Chonkich coming inside. Mcgee swings over the top of it, and the Black Bears are down to their final 2 outs. That will now bring in Nick Hovland.
Now batting the first baseman, number 38, Nick Hovland.
Hovland, first plate appearance for him after he came in as a pinch runner for John Olson back in the 7th. 1 out. First pitch to Hov. He fouls it right off of the mask of the catcher Fowler. It's 0-1. Smith, the tying run over at first. Hovland at the plate, representing the winning run. 1 home run on the year for him. That came back in Victoria last Thursday. Black Bears down by 1 with 1 out. Here's the 0-1. The slider way outside. Counts even at 1-1. The first non-competitive pitch that we've seen from Chonkich here in this bottom of the 9th. Comes with a steady diet of fastballs. Good lead over at first for Smith. Here's the 1-1. Fastball. Ripped but foul on the right side. Hovland will have to protect. It's 1-2. Hovland 2 for 5 last night with a double. Trying to come through with another extra base hit, something into the gap. It's going to give Austin Smith a chance to score from first with the speed that he has. Here's the 1-2. There goes the runner. It's a fastball popped up down the right field line, tailing foul, and this one's going to get out of play. Black Bears getting Smith in motion on the 1-2. He got a good jump. Hovland had to protect with a hit and run in operation. Nick Hovland just trying to find a way. The right-hander Chonkic working from the stretch is ready. Here's the 1-2 once again. Nowhere close with the breaking ball. It's 2-2. Fowler diving out all the way over to his right to prevent that one from going to the backstop. Black Bears could take a wild pitch or a pass ball to advance the tying run in the scoring position. 2-2 the count with 1 out. The pitch. Fastball below the kneecaps. A full count here to Nick Hovland. Brock Bozette in the on-deck circle. Chonkic versus Hovland. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball, cue shot to the first baseman, Chris. And this one's going to be just foul with the first baseman charging in on it. So we'll do the 3-2 once again. Tense moments once again for this Black Bears team. Black Bears led 4-0. Led 5-4, but they trail 6-5. Let's do the 3-2 once again. A grounder on the left side, backhanded by Ray in the hole. A throw across his body, in time at first. A close play over at the first base bag. And Isaac McAllister says the ball beat Hovland to the bag. And the Black Bears now down to their final out tonight with the tying run standing on second and Brock Bozette at the plate. Unlucky break there for the Black Bears. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat, Hovland out by about half a step. Brock Bozette, the last chance, 3 for 4 today with an RBI and 3 singles. A righty-on-righty matchup with 2 gone. First pitch, Bozette takes inside for ball number 1. Austin Smith, the tying run on at second. Black Bears trailing 6-5 in the bottom of the 9th with 2 gone. And it comes to the future Gonzaga Bulldog. The 1-0. Watch out upstairs. Bozette has to get out of the way of it. It's 2-0. Bozette now his hit streak to 14 games. Trying to pick up his 3rd multi-RBI game of the year. The home run last night in Portland. Does he have another in him? The right-hander set at the belt, the 2-0. Fastball. This one sent in the air to left. Coming in on it is Justice. He'll make the catch, and the Drifters come from 4 runs back in game number 1 here this weekend and take down the Black Bears by a final score of 6-5. The Black Bears tonight, they led for 6 innings, but a 2-run top of the 8th. Able to do it here tonight for the Drifters, who pick up the win. They even out the season series at 2-2. As tonight, Springfield 6 runs on 11 hits and 3 errors. The Black Bears 5 runs on 13 hits and 1 error. The win today goes to Dylan O'Connor. The loss goes to Brandon Wedge. And the save goes to Zach Chonkic. In a game that took 2 hours and 50 minutes here this evening. Well, another good one between these 2 teams. The Black Bears ended up on the wrong side of game number 1. They dropped to 13-17 on the year, 5-8 at home. The Drifters improved to 13-18. Move a game back of the Black Bears. So now the Black Bears will turn to tomorrow, looking to even out the series at a game apiece. But a tough one here tonight. The Black Bears out hit the Drifters, but Cowlitz, they leave 12 runners on base here tonight. We'll be back to do it tomorrow at 6:35 for game number 2, as the Black Bears will look to even out the series here against the Drifters. So the Black Bears now drop to 1-1 in the second half. Tough one here tonight. There's always tomorrow, as the Black Bears will look to try to be able to force the rubber game on Sunday to avoid yet another series loss here in 2022. That'll do it for me here on Friday evening. Brendan Riley signing off for the final time. The Drifters take game number 1 by a final score of 6-5. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 6:35 for game number 2.